and welcome to Audio Dungeon. I'm your host, Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew here. Tom Kokoza, Dan Isgro, Brooke Armstrong, Damian Scrow, and Phil Castellano, who's hiding in a secret place. Ooh. Guys, welcome to the show. We have Frankie inside switching for us, and we have our fans backstage hanging out with us, Oni and Richard. Guys, today is this is the first time ever, Session 0, in the middle of a campaign.
Why are we doing that?
Because TPK.
Oh.
Voluntary VTPK. The first ever of its kind, perhaps. I don't know. I'm sure it's happened before. I haven't heard it, but it was a voluntary TPK.
Not on this show.
Nope.
No,
right.
Never. Not in this show. Absolutely. And
Not never.
But it was done. It was done with greater purpose. So you guys saved your souls so that once you found out that your characters were special and you were known as Star Seekers, and that you guys are destined to do great things, and if you were taken out of the equation, that would be harmful. And that was proven in some ways by Bardot coming to save you, saying that, like, I needed to intervene and kind of safeguard you because he's obviously watching it on his stopwatch, watching the events and making sure things go the way that he thinks is appropriate. And also we know that there's other people doing that too, like the Chronomancer, which is now Raphael. So it's interesting. I got weird looks from Brooke and from Dan, both sides. And they're both like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting how you say what Bardot thinks is appropriate.
Yeah, well, Bardot's the man, right? So, guys, we're going to do Session 0 today, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do the characters. And as I said, these characters will have, and I guess I didn't clarify that enough. I didn't explain that last time, but I'll say it now again. On air, that you guys will have, you will be the same souls. This is like the next, obviously, the movement of your same souls. And the world, the people in the know, are waiting for you to come back because they know. And that for some reason, it's important.
Oh,
maybe more so than ever before.
Who? Lots of people know?
We'll find
Yeah,
out.
who knows?
Like,
who knows, though?
who knows?
People are waiting for you. They know that you're going to come back, be reborn, and they're waiting.
Oh, man.
So you will have, I'm telling you right now, in the first episode, you will have, eventually, your memory. You will recover your memory from what happened.
Oh.
Man,
that's it.
That's traumatic.
Do we know how we're going to do that?
A little bit.
I'm not going to tell you everything because then I might as well not play the episode. But
Start at episode 2.
I'll just tell you the ending and just forget the 12 episodes. You win. It's over.
Yay!
But you always want.
I hate to ruin it for you, but you're going to win.
You're married. Yes, sir. Do you? Good. Do you? Good. You're married.
Good.
Yes, sir.
You're married.
So, so it's gonna be fun. But before we do that today, we're gonna play a game that I developed at home. This game could be
another one.
This game could be a bit odd. It could be completely dumb, or it could be a lot of fun and interesting.
There's
I'm
no
very
vomit, though.
There's no what?
I'm very excited to play this game.
I don't know.
I know you don't know, but I'm glad you're talking over me, not
sorry.
you not. I'm very excited to play this game, and this game can only be played once.
Oh,
we can
boy.
never play it again
One of those.
unless we have new people. We can only
once you know,
play
you know.
this. Yes, because once you know, you know. So it's
one of those.
It's a straight escape the dungeon. It's going to be a normal escape the dungeon. All you have to do, and I'm going to team you up in pairs, and you're going to see the relevance of it later at the end. Why? But it's just going to be like a two-person escape the dungeon, and you got to win. If you win, you will move on to the next part of it, which you're going to be, at the end of it, you're going to be like, oh, I know exactly what's going on. But you won't know it at the beginning. And again, it's going to be a very short version of a two-person or whatever we have. Escape the dungeon. That's it.
Okay.
It's like a little quick adventure. But the fun of what it's going to be is the end when we decide if you win. It's important that your team...
That's the fun. That's the only fun?
You will see. It's important that your team, whoever you get paired up with, right? I'll roll for it. I'll make it random. Whoever you get paired up with, that you survive and get to the next part. You want to do that. You want to win. It's simple.
And if
simple,
not?
You won't be able to enjoy the second part.
Man.
How many parts are there?
Well,
Two
no
parts.
pressure.
Okay.
The two parts is the amazing part. The first part is just win. Just win the game. You have simple task. You have to do it. It's a straight up simple. We're going to roll the dice exactly like Escape the Dungeon. You won't see the cool part of it until we get to the second part.
It.
Okay?
Wait, so you're saying we're pairing up?
You will pair up. I'll do it randomly.
How are we going to... There's 5 of us, though.
Figure it out.
That's
One of us-
true.
It'll
one of
work
us-
out. You'll see.
All right. Okay.
Why?
So-
'Cause someone's gonna
You-
lose. 'Cause I'm gonna lose.
You're in the first seat, actually. So if you could stay, and then if you guys don't mind, go out. I'd say go into the hallway. Make sure you can't hear the show.
Okay.
And then
All
Frank.
of us?
Yes. And then Frankie. Actually,
tell
well,
us.
one of you can. Oh no! Yeah, all of you have to go. I'll call one of you back in.
All right, we're going. Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Just make sure you're out of earshot. If you hear anything, move further away. Go to like the hallway.
So
Yeah, go to Town Deli. Get a something.
it's just me.
It's just you.
Very well.
Well, Dan, finally, I have you where I want you. Okay. Dan, everyone who's watching the show, Frankie, are they gone? Okay, and are you on headsets? Okay, guys, the door's not closed. Frankie, close the door, please. These people live in a barn?
We can't hear you.
Okay, guys, what we're going to play is a silly game. This game, Dan, what you have to do in this game is you will have to win. It'll be escape the dungeon, a one-off, like complete this task. You win when you complete the task, but you will have another task.
Secret task.
A secret task. It will not be so secret for everybody watching right now. Your other task will be the name of the game. The name of the game is called Don't Cast Fireball. If the other person casts Fireball, and I'm going to do everything I can to make them want to cast Fireball, okay? If you can stop them from casting it, you win the game. You're the
So-
contestant.
All right. So now we have to achieve the normal,
The normal
standard.
Yes, and you can't tell them like, "Don't cast it. I'll give you $5." Don't do anything stupid like that. You can't let them on. You can't bargain with them. You can't play any stupid games. Play the game as it is. Try to win the game, and in the game, you can rationalize them why they shouldn't. Anything you want.
Okay.
I am playing versus you to make it that so appetizing for them to cast it.
So I have to act in world, in character, convince them
Right.
to never cast Fireball.
Right. Right.
Okay.
You can make up or any reason you want in the game as long as you play in the game. Don't be
Yes.
like,
right.
just
I
play
got,
within
I
the
got
game.
you. Okay.
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 So this game is called Don't Cast Fireball. And Dan, I wish you well. And
Thank you.
And I think I think Dan's going to be the contestant for today. So it's going to be you versus everyone else. It's going to be if Dan can stop everyone from casting Fireball individually.
All right,
Okay.
okay.
This may be a stupid game, but it may be a lot of fun.
Maybe a great adventure.
I feel like no wizard can resist, and you're going to watch what I'm going to do as the powers of dungeon mastering and 40 years of experience. I will use everything I can to tempt them to cast the most desirable spell within Dungeons & Dragons. Fireball. Okay, so that
Okay.
is it. Now I'm sure you guys get the idea. So, I'll let you choose, Dan. Who do you want first?
Oh man. I will choose Brooke.
Brooke. Okay, Frankie, please bring in Brooke. We're just waiting for Brooke to enter the game. Welcome to Escape the Dungeon.
Okay. Hi.
Escape the dungeon.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. We're playing Escape the Dungeon. Good evening. I'm Tony Hansen, your Dungeon Master, and we're joined by Dan Isgro and Brooke Armstrong. Guys, we're going to try to escape the dungeon today. I just randomly rolled some professions here. And Dan, you are a fighter. Brooke, you are a wizard. Dan, you have a shield. You have leather armor. You have a sword. And I'm going to give you 3 spells. You're going to have Magic Missile. You can have Detect Magic. And Fireball. Okay? Guys, you begin this adventure inside a small town, and you've been hired by the town magistrate to track down the arch nemesis, this evil villain known as the Scarecrow. Apparently, he is the victim of a curse, and is actually a scarecrow come to life. He is made of nothing but cloth and stuffing and all sorts of hay and straw and things like that. He has come to life, and he is a nightmare
Okay.
for this town.
Okay.
The town of Haven. Now, to win this escape the dungeon, you must destroy this nightmarish creature. That's it.
Okay. Do we know where he is?
We're going to begin right now.
Okay.
What are you again, a fighter?
Yes.
Okay.
And let's play. You guys start off, and you're talking to the mayor.
Mayor.
Mayor Tilly.
Mayor Tilly.
Mayor Tilly.
Yes.
It's our,
Thank you for helping us. I need you to track down this scarecrow. He's been bewitched by some sort of warlock or witch in the area. We don't know, but rumors have it that he's locked up in the old paper mill down the block.
paper mill.
Yes.
Old paper mill.
It's where we make all the newspapers.
Okay.
Haven has a paper mill.
Yes, it's very popular, and it's where we make all the papers for everyone.
Well, we're very happy to serve the town of Haven, Mayor Tilly.
Yes. If you go inside, be careful, it's very dusty. Lots of old papers and dry things in there and such.
Combustible things.
Sure.
Not really, but
Wait, that's where you're keeping him, Mayor Tilly?
We're not keeping him there. He's
Where
he's in there by himself. There are no hostages. There's no one in there. People are just scared for their lives around the city, and he's trying to rule the town from his evil lair, which is the paper
Which
mill.
is a paper mill.
He's running it out of the
Okay.
paper mill.
is there a reason he's in the paper mill?
We just believe he's hot. You gotta choose a home, you know. So that's his home.
Old Scarecrow.
He chose his lair.
Okay.
Hurry, do what you can.
Okay. Head
We'll
down.
find him and we'll bring him to you alive.
No need.
No.
No need. You don't need to bring me alive. You can kill him anyway. Just
We'll-
please stop the menace.
We'll protect your town at any cost from the Scarecrow.
Is the paper mill
Yes.
far from the people and the town?
Yes, it's actually so far out of town. It's probably about a good 5 minutes at the edge of town.
Perfect.
Good luck.
Thank you, Mayor Tilly.
Okay, you guys make your way to the old paper mill down the road. It's pretty easy. You see it in the distance. It's a large, old building. It's clear that no one's been here for a while. You don't know why, maybe because of the scarecrow. And you can even hear the rumblings of the scarecrow inside, laughing to himself. And he's running around.
Okay.
Fair sorceress,
Yes.
what is your name?
Illusia.
Illusia.
Illusia. Yes.
My name is Flagum.
Flagum. I'm glad we can do this together, Flagum.
As am I. Listen, I am a master tactician. I understand the value of the element of surprise. Follow my every lead, and we'll bring that scarecrow. We'll bring his head to Mayor Tilly as quickly as we can.
He said no need to bring him back alive or bring any part of him alive.
We
If we
must
need-
show this town the terror that we have negated,
Okay.
the terror that we have neutralized.
I think well, neutralize. I'm glad you said that because I think it's very important that we plug up all of the exits and entryways, all of the means of egress to this area, and then set it ablaze.
Set it ablaze.
Set it ablaze. It's a paper mill. It will go up easy. There's no one around to get hurt. It's 5 minutes from town. I think it's practically begging to be set on fire.
Well, I must admit I hadn't thought of this. That seems very destructive to me.
He said any way, in any shape, any form that we had to do it. We had to take care of it.
Well, this may be 5 minutes out of town, but the winds are out today.
Okay, guys. I
Alasia.
am going to put you on a time limit. I'm going to give you guys 4 minutes to end this adventure.
Flagum, what did you think? What were you thinking?
Otherwise, you both lose.
We flank the exits. You go in one way, I go in the other way.
No, I'm sorry.
I'll attack him with my sword.
No, I'm sorry.
No!
We have to. I'm going to set this place.
I
ablaze.
run over to the paper mill.
No! I shoot it with a fireball.
Elijah!
I shoot it with a fireball.
Elijah,
You lose the game! You lose the game! And that is the game! This game is called Don't Cast Fireball! And
Are you serious?
And Dan has failed to stop you from casting.
Oh my god! Oh my! Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's horrible.
Okay, please,
I don't think I've ever cast
That's why I chose you. I could have chosen anyone. I said Brooke wouldn't be that destructive. Brooke would listen to reason.
And if I did magic missile, I wouldn't have been in trouble. I mean, it wouldn't have been the game.
Dan is a contestant on Don't Cast Fireball, and his only job is to make sure you don't cast Fireball.
That's pretty awesome.
So do we? The next round now?
That is really
Yes,
awesome.
next round.
Okay.
If you want, you can take your headset off and roll your chair over there, and you can watch.
Okay.
Just don't do it.
Sorry, Stan.
Frankie, please bring anybody in. You want two at once?
It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you.
Bring in. Actually, we'll save two for the end. Bring in one person. Okay, just one. It is Tom.
Okay.
You know, I like the duo, and then we have Tom. We may have had a win. We may have had a loss, Tom. I'm going to wish you good luck. Tom is sitting down right now. Good evening, and... Oh, wait, sorry, you weren't ready. Good evening, and welcome to Escape the Dungeon. I'm your host, Tony Hansen, joined by Tom Gakoza and Dan Isgrove, Audio Dungeon guys. Right now, this is a game we're playing where the two must accomplish a goal. This is a very short version of Escape the Dungeon, if you are aware of it. We have just rolled up the professions. Dan, you'll be playing a fighter today. And at this time, I think we're going to have a wizard, which is a specialty for Tom has played many wizards before.
All right.
I'm going to give you 3 spells. I'll give you something basic and something a little powerful. We'll give you Magic Missile. We'll give you Detect Magic.
Okay.
And we'll give you a Fireball.
Yes.
There you go.
All right.
So, guys, you are beginning in a small town, the town of Haven. And Mayor Tilly has hired you because apparently there is a bewitched scarecrow. This scarecrow is the normal scarecrow that you know. He's stuffed with hay and cloth and all the kind of things, whatever he's put into the fields. And he's been bewitched, and he's taken over the old paper mill down the road.
Okay.
So apparently he's been terrorizing much of the town, and they've hired the two of you, adventurers, brave, have come in to take them out for a hefty price, of course. We now begin where you guys start. You have a sword, you have armor, and you have a shield.
Sword, armor, shield.
Yeah, long sword.
Okay.
And you have your spells.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are speaking to Mayor Tilly, and we begin there. Thank you for coming. I hope you can stop this menace. It's some sort of bewitched scarecrow, and I don't know why this is being done to our town, but our town, it used to thrive. It thrived upon the paper mill, but now you see in the very far distance that it is old and it is decrepit, and the life of our community is being drained because of this. It is nightmarish. We wish that you would dispatch of it right away.
Dispatch of the scarecrow.
Yes, at any means necessary. Whatever you want to do, destroy it.
It will be done.
I will destroy this scarecrow, but I will not go into battle with a wizard.
I hired both of you. I assumed you were both okay with each other.
I'm not.
Oh.
Wizards. Wizards are careless.
Oh. Well,
Wizards are thoughtless.
okay.
Wizards killed my family because of your recklessness. Because of your thoughtless actions.
Well, I suppose you can work
My
that...
family is dead because you choose to flout the rules of physics without as much as a thought, without as much as an ounce of respect for humanity.
Oh. Well, perhaps you could work this out on your way to the old paper mill.
It's not really necessary.
Well, thank you for coming, and please let me know when you've handled all these issues.
I will handle these issues.
Okay.
I will handle the scarecrow.
Okay.
You can trust me, Mayor Tilly. But you made a grave mistake trusting a wielder of magic.
I hired both of you. I thought that was all right. I'm going to go now.
Got it, Mayor. All right.
Please do what you are hired for. I beg you.
No problem.
I'll go to the Old Haven paper mill
He's left. He leaves.
by myself.
I head over to the paper mill.
I hang back.
You hang back.
I'll also go to the paper mill. But he wants
Okay.
to go by himself. All right.
So you make your way to the paper mill, and you see the paper mill is probably about a few minutes out of town It's easily about like a mile away from any of the nearby settlements, houses and such. You can hear this creature, this scarecrow inside, like laughing. Whatever he's doing there, it's maniacal. The only thing you know is that there's nobody alive in there, and there are no hostages of any kind. But he's using this paper mill as his lair. It's old. It's made of wood. It's non-functional at this point, and it's just an old, dusty, forgotten at this point paper mill. You are hanging back. You see him walking up to it. What do you guys want to do?
I call out to him. Are you sure you want to go in alone? I can back you up. It's up to you. You seem to have issues.
How about this? If you think I need backup, you come on in and back me up, okay?
Oh, okay.
Element of surprise. Ah! I run through the window.
Okay, so remember to win this game, you guys will need to win this game. Are you staying completely out of it?
No.
Or are you gonna?
I'm gonna go in.
Okay, so he jumps through, and you see. You're following.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the window. I'll find the door.
Okay, so you see the scarecrow running like upstairs in the second floor of this large building, and he's just throwing papers down. Just throwing papers everywhere, and you see there's stacks of these papers everywhere, and he's just causing a menace. He breaks through on the bottom floor and looking for him, and I imagine he's making his way up the stairs somewhere.
All right.
I run up the
I
stairs.
see if I can open the window that he just jumped through.
Yes, so you can get it.
I
it's
open
fine.
it up and I just climb in.
Yeah. So Dan, you
What are you doing?
Dan runs up, and all of a sudden you see he comes out and he has these potions, and he goes, "Potions of elemental protection," and he pours them on you, and he throws them out the window. Not on me.
I take out my sword. I strike him down.
Okay, so Dan, you're immune to all elements. That includes lightning, fire, ice, earth, acid, anything like that. You're immune to everything right now, so you know.
All right. What am I rolling to attack?
Roll d6.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-sided die, Dan.
2.
2, that's a miss. Tom, what do you want to do?
You, wizard! Show me no thoughtlessness!
Oh, okay.
Use your cunning, wizard!
All right. So he's standing. They're on the top floor. I'm on the bottom floor. There's paper everywhere.
Paper everywhere. There is clearly no hostages. You can see everywhere. There are no hostages. You're
Nobody-
nowhere near the city.
And the mayor said
The mayor doesn't care at
he
any
just wants
cost.
this taken care of.
Yes.
All right. I detect magic up there.
There is no magic. The only magic you sense is on him, and you can sense that is a magic protecting him from all elements, fire, lightning, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And there is no magic, no protection on the scarecrow.
I attack the scarecrow again.
Well, you still go. Oh, you can't select magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Make your check.
2.
That's a miss. Tom,
All right.
you're up.
I say jump for a window.
And what do you do?
I cast fireball.
Yes! And Dan, you have lost the game. Welcome to Don't Cast Fireball. Dan Isgro is the contestant, and he's lost the game. You've cast Fireball. Thank you for playing, Tom. That was amazing. You won.
You didn't care that my family was killed by a reckless wizard?
I honestly didn't know what you were doing in the beginning. I was like, why are you insane? I was like, oh, he's trying.
It was good.
It almost worked.
But he did a very good setup to say, like, you.
That's the game.
He poured potions on you, protect you. Don't worry. You're fine. Yes, none of it. Notice no drops.
I'm
touch
just made
me.
of hay.
I'm just hay and paper. Don't worry. Everything's fine.
The Haven Paper Mill.
and greasy rag factory.
Ooh, that's the next one. That's the next one. Tom, if you will come over here, take a chair if you wish, and sit down. You can watch the Doop and Bloop go through the last one. Okay, Frankie, please bring them out. Yes, please. Richard and Oni, are you guys enjoying this game? Is this dumb or amazing? I got a thumbs up from Oni. 2 thumbs up from Richard. Okay, they're liking it.
I need another tactic this time.
Yeah, something different.
Hey, cat.
Okay.
We're a little bit. Good.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. Good evening and welcome to Escape the Dungeon. I'm your host, Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the crew here, Dan Isgro, Phil Castellano, and Damian Scro. Guys, you guys are on an adventure. You are in the town of Haven. In Haven, there is an old paper mill that apparently has been taken over by an enchanted scarecrow. He's been bewitched by a wizard or warlock, we don't know. But this scarecrow has made his lair the old paper mill, a very popular mill in Haven and amongst the countryside here. The mill's located slightly outside of town. You've been hired by the Mayor Tilly to take out this wretched menace. The three of you have been tasked together. You're good friends. You've known each other for a very long time. I've rolled your profession.
With him.
Yes,
Okay.
all three of
Okay.
you. All three of you. I'm gonna. You know what? A little more firepower. I think we need more firepower this time. I think this quest needs more firepower. So what we're gonna do is, you're gonna be a fighter, and I think it's time to put some wizards in this quest. You two are gonna be wizards.
Boy.
Both of you are gonna be wizards.
Okay.
I'm gonna
wow.
give you the three spells: magic missile, detect magic, and fireball. Okay. Here we go, guys.
Okay.
You're talking to Mayor Tilly, and escape the dungeon. Let's begin.
Your Honor.
Judge Tilly?
The mayor.
No one's ever called me your honor before.
Honorable mayor.
Mayor Tilly.
Thank you. Why are you all creepy? Thank you for coming. Our town has been plagued by this creature, this bewitched scarecrow. The only thing I can tell you is that he's exactly what you think. He was an ordinary scarecrow in our own fields. He is just wearing his clothes on him. He's stuffed with hay and all sorts of things. And he's terrorizing us, and he's made the old mill, which now is out of operation. He goes, all the paper everything is still there. The mill should be working. We should be thriving as a community, but we cannot do anything until he's dispatched. The paper mill is down the road. It's a few minutes outside of town. The only thing I say is, luckily, he has no hostages at this time. There's no one there. We just need him taken care of. We need him destroyed. Anything you can do, I appreciate it. I've heard of your loyal party. You've been friends forever, and you are known in the countryside as being, those who can be counted on to take care of a menace such as this.
Mayor Tilly, might I tell you that you cannot have found a more efficient group to take care of this problem? Let me tell you something. The three of us have been together for years upon years, and we have built our reputation on fine-tuned efficiency.
While all that is true, would we happen to know anyone in town who has an abundance of crows?
Crows? No, we don't keep abundance of
Because
crows.
he is a scarecrow, so if we could find a nice amount of crows, perhaps,
Interesting
we
thought.
can reduce him to his basic urges, if
Right.
you will, and distract him.
That'd be.
Let me roll to see if we have any abundance of crows. No, there are no crows.
Are there any crows at all in this town?
Yes.
Well, let me look.
One crow would be...
Where was the scarecrow
No
located?
sixes. There's no crow in this entire town.
The scarecrow is
Really
very
don't have a
efficient.
use for a scarecrow, do you?
Well, maybe...
Maybe it works.
maybe it works.
Maybe he's doing a
very
really good job.
Okay.
well. All right.
Well, there goes that.
Before you go, I have this from an old wizard. He opens up and he goes, these potions will make you immune for a time to the elements and the arcane. Use them if you wish.
Thank you. All right.
Gives one to each of you.
Okay.
We are known. The name of our group is Whispers in the Night.
Right.
We have built a reputation on striking quickly,
Right. Well,
efficiently.
as good as soon as you
Again
can.
with the efficiency.
Hey, please kill him, destroy him with any means necessary.
Any means.
We don't care what you do. In
Oh,
fact,
man.
we were going to tear down the building
Okay, so
the other day
Mayor.
before this happened.
so
That
So
is-
you're not worried
so
about
you're okay.
preserving.
We were going to destroy the whole
Mayor.
thing and build an orphanage with the
so
wood.
if
Ah.
we
Mayor
burn
Tilly.
down the paper mill, that's fine with you.
Whatever you wish.
Because it's a paper mill. It's filled with paper. Very combustible. He's a scarecrow.
Yes, in fact, we were actually moving in greasy rags because we were going to turn it into a different sort of place.
Let's do that. Let's burn it down.
Whatever you want to do.
All right.
The whispers in the night will not use such means to bring an end to your
think we
problems.
should go see what we're
we
dealing
honor
with.
the town of
Let's go burn
Haven,
it down.
Mayor
Let's
Tilly.
go see what we're dealing with first. Let's
Okay.
go check it out.
You make your way down the road, and at distance, you see the old paper mill that is clearly a few minutes outside of town. It's probably about a good mile outside. No one is around. And you guys
daytime?
are- Daytime. And
Might-
you can hear inside the mill, the scarecrow apparently is just laughing. And he's literally
Right.
throwing papers in there. My lair is complete.
Might I remind you,
And you see
too?
him, you even see him in windows stuffing paper into his thing.
Oh, man.
Now I'm jacked.
Wow.
Not only does the town of Haven ride on our success, my friends, but our reputation as the whispers in the night rides on
All
our
right, then.
success here.
Yeah.
If we
absolutely.
cause damage, we will be known as the
Well, he said
the
we didn't have
shouts
to worry
into the
about
wind.
that.
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
the mayor,
what
the
are you
mayor
talking
himself
about?
said that. So we're good.
We are above what the mayor says. We have our own
I
reputation
think
to
it's
worry about,
what
my
the mayor
friends.
thinks is a good station for me. What do you think?
I mean,
I think it's
you
pretty
know,
good.
I say we flank the exits and
we
entrances.
know each other well enough.
We
Come
enter
on,
the
let's
building
go.
and we take out this scarecrow by the most efficient means necessary.
All in favor of burning the building down?
I don't know if that's would be the most efficient or the most appropriate. Let's get there first.
You're there.
Take a look.
We're there.
All right. Fine. I'll go in the front
When will
door.
then be now?
It's a
I
large
opened the
building.
door.
There's 2 levels. There's lots of windows. You see stacks of paper, greasy rags, like they mentioned before, whatever reason. A lot of wood, and it's just dust. It's like dust city in there. And he's
All
just
right.
sitting there throwing papers and stuffing the greasy rags and papers into himself. He's twisted. He's strange. You don't know what's going on. You're outside of it. Whatever you want to do.
As the leader of this group, I suggest we cover all entrances and exits.
Okay.
We flank the scarecrow from both sides. And we tear him apart for the town of Haven!
Okay. All right. I look around for entrances. There's one. I see.
There's 2 entrances.
Okay.
One in the front and back.
One in the front and back. All right. So somebody want to take the back entrance? We'll go in
I'll take the back.
All right. Go for it.
5 seconds. We enter.
All right.
I run around.
1, 2, count. All right.
I go in.
I go in too, in the front.
Okay.
I go in the back.
Okay. You see him that he is now on the 2nd level just throwing papers around. Come close, and I'll slash you and kill you instantly.
You'll slash no one!
You see his hands are like glowing. We want
I charge.
He's on
and
the 2nd
attack.
level.
I run up the stairs.
You make your way to the stairs.
Okay.
Okay, C's on the 2nd level. Describe this room to me a little bit. Like, do I have a clear line of sight to him from where
I'm
I
gonna,
am?
I'm gonna
or
roll to see what's in the room.
Is it? Is there like a balcony or like what?
Okay, so you look upstairs and you see the stacks of paper. Yeah, it looks like there was a mill on the bottom floor, but upstairs is like where they store everything. So there's all these mounds of papers. There's old books. You even seen some huge like barrels of like oil for lanterns,
Jeez.
and they're all just like hanging out.
You
there.
guys are killing
And
me.
He's literally sitting on top of it, like.
This should have been over 5 minutes ago.
Okay, in front of me is steps.
Yeah. His hands are also glowing, as I mentioned before.
The downstairs room that we like went into, like, is it just steps going right up, or like, can I see that whole room, or?
Yeah. No one's in the room. There's nothing you
Okay,
really
now,
can't.
is the 2nd floor? Can I see any of the 2nd floor from
Yes,
where
it's,
I
it's
am?
like an open, kind of like rafters. You can kind of see a little bit into it from where you are. It's open. It's like a barn.
It's
Like, it's kind of open.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you 6 seconds here.
I'm gonna
6.
cast fireball right at it.
Yes! And that is the game! Congratulations, Dan. I'm so sorry. You've lost. Don't cast Fireball. Thank you. Thank you for playing. Dan's mission. Dan was the contestant on our show. His only mission was to stop you from casting Fireball.
Oh, wow! You did a terrible job. I gotta say,
What? The
That
whole
was
time she like,
terrible.
what do I see?
Dan.
I look.
I think that.
Go to
I think that was a terrible
All right,
job.
sir. All right. Okay. I'm worried about Phil.
You-
Phil's like,
Dan,
this
can
is
I just
done.
say-
It's over. It's like,
Dan,
I don't know.
this last game,
No,
I
but-
realized what your strategy should have been.
Yeah, I know what his strategy. I can tell him his strategy right now. Here, you ready?
Should have killed them.
No.
Oh,
No, that was stupid.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I was about to leave while you guys were talking outside and just do it.
Right.
We were,
He was anxious to do it.
we were
Right.
watching Phil like, why were we
Right.
It didn't make sense.
Why is that even a question?
Am I a crazy bitch?
I have this.
He gave me fireball. This is supposed to
This is
happen.
a fireball dream.
You're stuffing greasy rags.
Yeah.
That got me. Oh my god.
Jeez.
That was amazing.
Oh, I'm watching. I'm like, oh, they're just good. I can't.
You know what? You can play that game again with different spells.
Just kill them.
No, because you know
I didn't
you have to guess what spell in the castle.
Yeah,
You can
that's
only
true.
play this game once. It's
Great.
It was great.
You know,
I think it was a success, right?
It was amazing.
It was great. You should have. I'm telling you, you
I
could have
should've just jumped
easily
the gun. I
avoided
should've
that
just did it.
if you told us, like, going in, that you wanted to fight him up close or something like that. Like, all you had to do was.
Didn't work for me.
Oh, you tried that?
Yeah,
Have they
didn't
tried
work.
that?
He's like, he told me. He told me
Oh, that
his
was the
parents
best.
were killed by wizards.
Yeah.
And
He
that,
hated wizards.
and that he did
of
not
what?
want
What's wrong
magic
with
to be, he did not want magic to be used.
He didn't
at
even
all.
want to go in with that.
And you were a wizard that had just
I
two
said
spells.
that.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
so the
That's
wizard,
right.
the wizard
Yeah.
thing was
And
bull.
then he went.
Yeah.
What?
It
The
was
wizard
everyone.
thing was bull. We were all wizards all the
We all
time.
had
Well,
wizards.
Everyone was
Everybody
We all had the
was.
same
Yeah,
spell.
yeah. Except for
I'm gonna
him.
give you some firepower this time.
Yeah.
This time.
I told Tom.
He looked at me like fire, really.
I told Tom that my parents were killed because of a wizard's thoughtlessness and recklessness.
It was great. I was
That's
like,
good.
oh my god, he's
That's-
gonna win.
Yeah, I
That's
thought-
pretty good.
I
But
thought so,
And then
too.
it was like, yeah, I'm just gonna cast.
you gave us no reason not to use fireball.
I kept saying
Not-
our entire reputation as a team is
Dude,
based on
but
our
the wiz-
ability to be quiet and efficient.
But the guy said no. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Thank you.
Oh man, I
So
didn't
you
think
should
so.
have given that one to me. Though.
That
Brooke,
didn't-
I was like,
Yeah.
with Brooke, I was just like, you know,
Not-
like I'm just going to talk to Brooke and plan something out. Like Brooke is going to be the most open-minded person
Did you
here.
guess?
Like I
Did
just
you
have to
do
say, hey Brooke, let's do this.
Not for
and
a
be,
second.
And be
Did I think
normal
you
about
were
this.
trying to get me
Brooke
to
was
not
like,
use
I've-
fireball? Not
I've
for a
never
second.
cast this
I don't
before
think
in
it's
my
allowed to
life,
tell you,
but I
like-
have
No,
to
I know,
cast
but
fireball.
still, there was to me there was just
get out of the
nothing
way.
about what he
We didn't
said
even
that
make
was
it in
like.
the
It was almost too. It was almost too like.
I didn't see.
wasn't-
I didn't hear anything coming from Dan that would make me
I
not
thought
want to use
you had a
fireball.
thing when you got them to like, okay, we're gonna flank them. I'm like, oh, it might work. Like he might get in there. But
Yeah,
then
we're
they
gonna
gave-
flank her, right?
They gave you the books of like elemental protection just in case.
The potion.
When you
Yeah.
said
You might be worried.
When Tom was there, Tony made a scarecrow to put the elemental juice on Dan.
My plan was to like wait until you guys started fighting, and I was like, "Are you guys ready for fireball yet?"
Yeah.
I was gonna wait downstairs.
My God.
It was great.
So I was like,
It
guys,
was
we're
great.
gonna record the intro now, which now I gotta go Jeremy. We're gonna do it like the crowd version. It's like, don't cast fireball, and it's gonna be the intro. So ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Guys, here it is, your favorite game. Oh, sorry. Guys, welcome to your favorite game show. It's called Don't Cast Fireball! And there you go. That was a lot of fun.
That was great.
I had a great time.
Man.
Sorry.
Dan had it rough.
It's a shame we
man.
can't play it again.
Dan had it rough.
I know.
Yeah, but we could play it to get yeah,
With
we
other
get
people.
right?
It'd be
Dan had it rough.
it'd be something we could do with guests coming in. Oh man, let's bring in. How'd you guys like Don't Cast Fireball?
That was great.
Love it.
I feel like it awakens the excitement in all of us.
It does.
Dane, you could have just gone, you hit a fear of fire.
I loved watching Phil sweat.
So you're killing me.
I'm telling you, you guys were outside, and I was about to just bolt while you guys were talking. Like, I'm not even kidding.
And there was one point where he was doing a rob. He's like, I
Yeah,
can't.
he was.
Why are we not just? We don't even have to go up to it. We can just burn it up here.
I don't even have to play the game. I do this and leave.
We didn't even get inside with Dan. I was like, stand back. We were like, what?
Brooke was like, you know, it's funny. I never cast Fireball before, but I just feel like I have to cast it now. Something's calling to me.
It was immediate.
Sorry.
I was sitting there going, Dad, you need to tell them that like fire spreads the curse of scarecrows.
That would have worked.
That's interesting.
I also thought too
Never
that
was.
if I could have taken one the two vials of potion,
And you
just
could've
grabbed
poured-
them and thrown them at the at the paper mill.
Scarecrow?
You could. I don't.
Oh, man.
When I handed it
The
out
guy.
to you, I realized I made that mistake, and I was like, "But that would that have worked?" Because he did pour it on them, so it probably would have worked actually. Because I poured it on you, so I made
Yeah.
the rule that would. Because normally you would have to drink it, but I poured it on you, so then it would have worked. So I won't do that again.
You're protected. You're protected, not me.
Frankie's yelling inside. Just pour it on the guy. So
Yeah.
yes,
Could
that
have
would it.
fear of
On
fire as well.
in Dan's with Tom, I had it was starting to win, which my job is to not make it win. So the Scarecrow
amazing.
goes, and he pours
It was
fire
amazing.
protection potion. He goes, "Don't worry,
over
it's
there.
only on him, none on me."
It was
I was
literally-
like, "What's happening?"
I felt like the whole time, like, something is like, is this, like, I'll tell you this now. I honestly thought that the game was to not win. Like, your job was to not win.
Oh.
That's what I thought, like, it was. I'm
Right.
like,
All right, so
I'm
reverse,
just
let's
letting,
get the dungeon.
I'm like,
Yeah.
because you said at one point, you're like, you're just going to sit back? You got to
Yeah.
win. And
Yeah.
I'm like, he's trying
may
to
have said
make
that.
me not win.
Not win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to
good.
blow this guy up. I don't just.
I got none of that.
Yeah,
no
you just gotta win the
inclination
first-
of
No,
not.
no
guys-
warning signs.
You guys all went right past Magic Missile.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
to fire.
Kidding me?
Yeah,
What am I saying?
Hey!
Magic
It's a
missile.
paper mill.
Magic missile is the ruse. You think like, "Oh, I'm just gonna throw off a couple magic missiles," but nope.
So far from town. No,
So far
no
from town.
villagers.
No one's
are.
around.
Right. Oh, they don't need the building anymore.
They're gonna build an orphanage with the wood. I should have said that because with the
You wanna see the wood? You wanna see the wood?
But I was like, damn it! He can say they need the wood. Don't burn it for the orphanage.
yeah. Yeah.
I could have said
You
that.
could have tried
Probably
that.
still would have did it.
But the more we both play this game, the better I will get too. So those mistakes, enjoy them while they last.
You did. I can
great.
see you course correct, which reminds
We
me.
need to play that with like every guest.
Yeah, we
started-
really
And the third one, it could be. He said like when we started off, he's like, "I hate wizards." And I was like,
Oh,
"I hired you
God.
both together as a team."
Yeah, I was just like,
Yes, that was great.
So the third one, I was like, "You've been friends for years. So you all know each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
You're very aware of your spells."
I hide you together. I'm going by myself.
You came as a package.
I was like, are you having an
Sounds
episode?
like, okay. I
That was
guess
great.
I'll wait.
I wish there were more people to play with.
Yes.
So
Man.
that
Gotta
was
play
great.
that with everybody.
Get Catherine.
You want to get Catherine?
Yes.
You want to? Frankie, did Catherine hear any of this?
We'll do it next week.
Or we could do it now. Well, we'll do it next week. We'll do it. We'll
Yeah.
save the flavor next week.
Yeah, yes.
Savor the flavor.
Savor the flavor. Guys, here we go. We're going to begin Session 0 right now. This is Session 0 for the second season of Celestial Engine. Why? Because, spoiler alert, there was a total DPK voluntarily done by the players. And that was done to save their souls.
Uh-huh.
And because their souls were at jeopardy, and they've learned that their souls have been repeatedly coming back in reincarnation and trying to help the world and save the world and such. And if they were killed in their present forms, these bodies that they were forced into, they would have lost their souls forever. It would have ended that lineage. And they weren't okay with that. They didn't have to do that. That was just a choice. So that's what they chose. So now they know that these characters they're going to create today will have the memories eventually. In the first episode, they're going to get it back. I made that clear just so they know what to expect. But they don't know very much about the next mission. They do know that the Fortress of Zir, a fortress mentioned in the last season, is one of the targets that they will want to go after. But they don't know anything else or anything more than that. Charles Morrison giving it a Patreon reroll to Phil tonight.
Oh,
Whoa.
thank you, Charles.
Nice.
So let's start off. We'll go around a table. Let me know profession, species, anything that you've chosen already or anything that you have in your mind. This is not concrete. You can still change it, but let's see what you're thinking about. Tom, you want to start?
Sure. So I don't have a character name yet, but I've got some of my build already designed. So I'm going to be a giant kin. So like you know,
Move over a little bit, sorry.
sorry. So I'm going to be a giant kin, and I'm going to kind of build it up. So he's going to start out as a fighter, move into barbarian, and then eventually weapons master. So I'm really going, I think, full on kill Von Kill. Just
I like it. And we said before the show that you talked about being like some kind of fighter. This is a long time ago. You mentioned in the beginning because when we played one of the pre-quests in a pre-story to Audio Dungeon's first season, you played a fighter. And you were very excited about that fighter. And I mentioned that like the weapons were coming and we finally have it in the system now. And you were like, oh, it kind of made me want to be a fighter. He goes, no, but I'm good with the wizard. And then I think once more, maybe twice, you mentioned doing a fighter. And then now
I
finally
get to play one. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Hopefully, it's an interesting. I don't screw it up, but it's interesting for the audience as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just this guy's going to be a giant rage, and I want him to be very skilled with his weapons as well, and not just punch things until they fall down, but stab them and slice them in multiple ways
efficiently.
Good. I think it's good for you that he is he going to be like a dumb grunt of a guy, or is going to be at least of average intelligence?
I think he's gonna have intelligence. I think in certain areas is how I'm picturing it. He's going to know the art of fighting very, very well and be educated about it, and not just be like, I'm so great at punching people that I'm smart at it. But and I think that's what he's spent his entire life learning, and a lot of other stuff he's never even bothered to think about it.
What kind of subspecies did you choose?
So I was going back and forth on that. I think I wanted to check in, but I think I was going for, and I gotta look at it right now. Sorry. Of course it's not up, but I was saying I was going for the I'm blanking on the name, and I don't have it in front of me right now. But the one that's like impacted by magic. Here it is, right here. No, it disappeared again.
Richard Wild just gave a Patreon reroll to Dan for your loss, and don't cast Fireball.
Yeah, the Arcanic one I was thinking of going into. I'm not 100% on that, but I feel like that has a little bit more connection to the outside world than the Island Giant.
It does. It means that in his lineage, they traveled out. They were part of the army that went to the Red City to Arcane City.
Right.
And hold on one second, Frankie. Could you close the mic, please? I'm hearing a lot of talk from inside. Sorry, I'm hearing a lot of stuff in my ears right now. Yeah, so they were involved in the war that was led by Holgar with Red City, with attacking Arcane City, and obviously they were affected by the magic in the area. So it's a little bit of an interesting story. And I guess you can have fun with figuring out like the backstory about how he was involved, or just his family involved, or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that would be that kind of would tie him in more to the events of the quest, even tangentially. And I think it would be more like his parents or maybe even his grandparents would be the ones who were in that actual battles, right? Just timeline wise.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's been a bit.
Yeah, but like they've stayed out in the world. They didn't go back to the island of the giants. So like he's got some experience with that, and I think that they've like almost it's like a military lineage family where like everyone, every man grows up and they join some army and they join some fighting force, and that's like kind of part of like what that family does.
Yes, I love it. Dan,
I'm gonna be a smuggler pilot.
Smuggler pilot.
Smuggler pilot.
So this is so we said before like a Han Solo basically.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
It's been a long time since I've been a pilot.
Yeah. The last time you were a pilot was when we were playing a game in our old apartment. Damien played, and you were Drucken, as you reminded me today.
Drucken Pad.
And we used to joke around that you were Scro +1 because every time Scro had a piloting ability, you were always one ahead of him. Yes. So they were always like, well, and Scro made his character to be like the ace pilot. And Richard Castellana was always like, well, why am I going to use Scro? I could use Scro +1.
Yep, that was a great session. That was great.
You weren't really a pilot, but you took it, and you kept taking it one. I don't know.
Yeah, he kept boosting up that skill, and it made my character kind of useless. Well, in that respect, anyway.
In that respect, you obviously you were doing a lot of things.
I guess, but nobody remembers that. They just remember Scro +1.
You took up space.
It wasn't intentional.
No, you did a lot, but it was just like there was always that one little Scro +1. It was like Richie's favorite thing in the whole campaign.
It's always being better than me.
Now, this connects because I'm thinking that the two of you are going to be buddy-buddy, very much like Han Solo and Lando kind of feel here because talk about your character.
So I was looking at Outlaw and then kind of moving on perhaps to Gambler as my profession. I'm going to be a human and subclass human as well, I believe. And I haven't picked a name yet, but that's what I'm looking at right now as far as profession-wise. And then I might look to maybe sprinkle something else in there, but I got to see what works, what else I can get in there maybe. But Outlaw to Gambler is what I'm looking at right now.
The Gambler has a lot of very cool things in there, like you roll 7s, you get this, or whatever. If you really roll your damage, and every time you get like a pair or a 3 of a kind, you get to keep those and you drop the rest.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun little things in there.
Wow.
So
would it be more interesting if we were friends? If you're human and I'm another species?
I don't know. It could be. Were you planning on being a human?
No, I hadn't selected
you hadn't
a
picked.
species.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was kind of feeling that I was going to be human, so, whatever you want to do is cool. Yeah. We can be friends.
You should go back to
and
being
you can both be humans, though. It doesn't matter.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think what would be more interesting, though, if I was a different species.
Sith again, Dan.
What's that?
Oh, you're saying being a Sith
Play
again.
a Sith.
I could be a Seth again.
Yeah,
Could be.
Sith and a human.
There's even
You also have sub-species,
Yeah, I was
so
just
you
gonna
can
say
be
that.
like
there's like the
elven-blooded as
elven
human,
or the
which is half-elf in a sense.
there was the other one.
There's a half-dwarf. There's stone-blooded, half-dwarf.
Stone-blooded, orc-blooded. And you get different DR bonuses depending on which one.
Orc-blooded.
Half-orc.
Okay.
I like that.
That's interesting.
We haven't had any players be a half-orc.
I don't know. Maybe I do kind of like Richard's idea though of being a Seth again. I think that would be interesting.
It's up to you.
I'll think about it.
Okay. Anything else we should know about your character?
I think that's what I have pretty much so far.
Cool.
Yeah.
Phil.
Hello.
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 I am
There.
going to be a half-elf who started out as a fighter. He was he likes using a sword. But then he found his way towards the Dragon Wizard's Tower, and he
Right.
started training there.
So the Dragon Wizard is your old character.
Yeah.
He's super powerful, and he is literally both. He's a human or an elf?
He's a human.
So he's both. He's actually both human and dragon. He can take either form, and he's not like a magic spell. Like you can't take it away. He is both. So he has a unique ability that he's gathered over the years. He actually crossed over from from Karen a long time ago. Actually, in Quest, Phil actually played that instance of him crossing over and getting stuck in between. He's like, "Well, what happens?" I was like, "You'll find out next time on this Sunday night at my house." So that's where he ended the quest for his character. And we had a lot of characters going through, and that's actually that storyline is actually going to come up. That all those ties from what was going on is going to come up into this quest a little bit and bring that together. We're going to see little bits and pieces of that. So that's cool. So he's basically underneath the Dragon Wizard, and the Dragon Wizard's been training him. So that's pretty interesting. Anything else we should know?
No, he's gonna go and he's gonna try and go towards Channeler. So that's where I'm heading him towards. So swords and stuff. And then
Wizard Apprentice, Channeler. Are you gonna do any kind of fighting?
I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that far.
Okay. So don't forget, you guys have 10,000 experience points.
Yeah.
There's a lot to play with.
Yeah, that's a lot. So you can probably finish at least 2, maybe 3, and you can probably open up another 3. So you'll go pretty far or less depending on how you do it.
I need to guaranteed to finish 3 professions.
Yeah, guaranteed to finish 3. So there you go. Read you guys up a little bit. Brooke.
Yes, so I have. I'm interested in pursuing seeing the world through the eyes of a lark this time
Yes,
around.
our second lark.
Yes. Yes. I'm Lady Ayana. She's the Knight of Autumn Light. And she has taken the path of a devout acolyte and a cleric on her way to Paladin. I like the idea of her communicating mostly telepathically.
Yes.
Which I think I would like to take her down the path of psychomancy.
Okay.
And
Psionics. That's great. A psionic paladin. That is really cool.
Nice.
So the only thing that's like a little crazy because we'll be in the cellar, correct?
In the cellar?
Stellar. Yeah, we'll be in the cellar.
I'm like,
You know the quest?
Don't like the cellar.
It's the basement quest. 12 episodes, 1 basement.
yeah.
Well, whatever.
There's no basement in Angaria.
no basement. No, just a little. A little.
You're gonna find that there's definitely a mix. You will be in a stellar, absolutely, but there will be a mix. This is gonna be like I don't know if I want to say a Guardians of the Galaxy type of adventure, but you're definitely gonna have multiple terrains.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because it's just I'm looking forward to the challenges of having the sunlight and the water and the earth and the
Yes. So I have planned out a few things, how you guys are going to start. I'm not going to bring them up, so I don't want to ruin anything. There's a lot of fun surprises, and like I said before, you guys do know about that in this quest, the Fortress of Zir is a target, and that will be a target. You guys know that Kayrin and Indaria are fighting in like an all-out hot war, okay? And I'll tell you some fun things that in the time that has passed, which will be around 20 years. Could be less, could be a little more, something like that. The war has continued with Kayrin having superiority in the Stellar. But whenever they get here, the dragons are obviously very powerful. And especially when they go up versus the ancient dragons, it's like the capital ship is the same size, if not almost a little smaller than the dragon, and it's like whatever. But they have more and more powerful weapons that they're adding on, and they're able to get in fast, kind of like a hyperspace in. So basically, they're on top of you guys quickly, and the dragons like rush up to attack them. They fight in space, but they have to retreat. The Kayrenites know that, so they try to draw them out there, and they're fighting there. They're fighting in between the Stellar back and forth, and it's this war that like no one can really get the edge. You go too far into Andaria, the dragons gain power. You stay out in space, they gain power. So the moon. I shouldn't say the moon because it's just rock now with the heart of Indaria in there still, a piece of the heart. But Salvation, that station, is still there, and that's been built up into like a large station, and the temple has been cultivated underneath as well for people that are faith-based and are excited about having a deeper connection with the ancients. The ancients are looked at as being existed as a long time ago. Like we might see the Greek gods if they were real. And then people want to go there, and some try to seek passage on like Noma ships to go up there and try to go and visit temple, Are
they're able to get past the capital ships and stuff? Like they don't bother them?
The capital ships aren't always there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not under war every second.
I see.
But like the attacks, it's I guess like World War II, you don't know when it's coming in. Today, here's a bombing run. Tomorrow is fine. They don't know when it's coming, and they just launch their attacks and don't. Mm-hmm. So people have been going up there. Hold on one second. Frankie, can you hear me? Can you please close the mic? Thank you. So what's going to be fun here about the two of you guys is you guys, I believe, are going to be working together, and you guys are going to be like a smuggling team. And you guys will be using, I'm going to say that you guys got your hand on an old Noma ship, and you outfitted it so that it can go into space. And I'm going to say that you're a part of not so many like raiders or smugglers like yourself. And what are you smuggling? One of the you do go around the planet and try to find different things of interest here and there, and you get hired for jobs by people who know you have a bit of a reputation. But some of the biggest scores are going up into the Stellar, onto Salvation, and trying to get either crystal from the area, from another part of like that asteroid that's not being mined, where you can like get into there. So you would have procured that kind of stuff to do that and do those kind of missions. And you're probably one of maybe like almost 30 ships of people that all had the same idea, and they're all sneaking up out there. And if you're absolutely, it's not allowed to be done this, because besides the fact that it's dangerous, you're getting involved in the war. You could start a war. Not start a war. It's already a war. You could escalate the war,
whatever,
I should say.
Yeah.
So obviously they don't want to do that. And if you run into any sort of problems, they'll shoot you out of the stellar or out of the sky. So you guys have been doing that for a bit. We can kind of decide if you've had any successful runs or if you've not done that yet. We'll figure that out in the story. But for me, that's kind of what I'm thinking that you guys have been doing or anything like that. Do you want to change or alter that or suggest anything?
I'm okay with that. Sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
So when you say like are we our own team or are we a part of a bigger team?
For now, I think it's the two of you. It may be like backstory. You have other people you've worked with that you trust.
Right.
But probably for like right now, it's always the two of you hiring or not other people.
We're hiring other people as we need them.
Sometimes you do, yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes you don't.
When you say we got our hands on a ship, is that like our ship or is it a ship that we kind of?
It's yours.
Okay.
Yeah, it's yours now. You can decide how you guys got control of it. You know, you can have fun with that. How you got it. But it was early Stellar Tech, which was the very beginning of Stellar Travel, which now is like 40-ish, 50 years old, something like that.
Is it an Andarian ship?
It's Andarian, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 1978 Chevy Nova.
Right.
Nice.
That's what we're driving.
Yeah. So you're gonna have the same technology that you've had in the station, and just to point out, the technology that is in the station now is basically the same technology. It's a little more advanced. You have more flexibility, but it still uses the crystals with the allocation of power like you did in the station. So that's still a cutting edge of technology. It's just the ship built around it is it's more like it's not old by any means. It's still it's still amazing. It's just that it's not like how the station is being developed. It's just like a little bit behind.
Okay.
So if I can convey that.
How about how big is our ship?
Picture like a Serenity.
Okay.
I'm thinking something like that. And it should definitely be something like for hauling because it has to be a ship that you could have got your hands on, probably from the gnomes. So it's a ship there, like a jumper, probably an old jumper that they were going to throw out, or they not throw out, but they were like going to decommission. And whatever you did, you got your hands on it. You were able to work on it, and you probably did jobs and spent the money on the ship just constantly to get the ship up. This is your home. It's your vehicle, and it doesn't need fuel. It just runs on like the crystals and such. So you've procured a few different things. You can decide, again, how you got your hands on that. Or maybe you did one run out there and you got your hands on some crystals once. That might be something we could say. And then you've used those crystals to make the stellar core.
Is like a cargo ship?
Yeah, the jumper is like a cargo ship, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're very much in Lando and Han Solo territory right here.
Okay. Nice.
So any other questions about your characters?
Sounds pretty good.
Phil, as you mentioned, you've been training. So apparently there must have been something with the dragon which saw in you that you were some sort of warrior. And perhaps you were doing something that was in his path where he saw you and saw that there was something in you that he desired to train you as a wizard, which would be interesting. You might have to think about that. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something interesting.
Sure.
Which is... Actually, I could ask this of everybody, but some of you I think like Tom might not be able to do this yet. I'm going to ask all of you to have fun with this, and what I want you to do is I want you to make a secret agenda for your character.
Oh yeah.
And for you guys, it could be the same because you guys, whatever. Although you could make it a one that's a little bit more. You may want to talk about it together, but then make one of your own. I want to do that too, but I really also want this. It doesn't have to be against each other.
Right.
It's just what you want. I think that you should have an agenda that comes down from you from the Dragon Wizard.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Like,
Cool.
listen, like on a greater quest. And imagine whoever's giving you this is the bigger picture of things. Like we're talking about like end campaign or somewhere during the campaign in a big moment at a certain location. Like, hey, just so you know, and imagine that these mentors, whoever, are training you for around the world or training you for like something bigger. And in these situations, like yours is like Andaria, right? Your information comes from Andaria.
Yes.
So Andaria might put you on a mission. Now, you may say other things to them, but there should be either a part of that mission or like a mandatory, just so you know, if you encounter this, you need to do this. If this is going to happen, this is your reaction. It's like a mandate coming down from the deity. For you, from the Dragon Wizard. Okay? And we can discuss it, too, if you have something. But otherwise, put something down. We'll talk about it, and then you can shift it or leave it. And next week, it'll lock in. for you, I think we see more of your story. We'll get more. I have an idea for you, but I would say come up with something that you think, perhaps from your parents. You talk about lineage. Your father could have been. You thought your father could have been like one of the generals of like one of the wars like that.
Okay.
So think about something. Think about something you're thinking of, and then we'll speak about it and we'll figure it out.
All right.
So definitely put that in your mind and come up with it. When you do, you just text me it or whatever you want to do for that. So ask me questions about the world right now. Ask me anything you want to know. If I can answer, I will. I won't if I don't want to reveal anything that's going to ruin something.
Are all the kingdoms that were in existence when we ended the last quest, are they still...
That's a great question. That was a segment later, and we'll do it now.
Oh.
One of the kingdoms is going to be destroyed. One of something that we know very well on Indaria is going to be destroyed at random.
Oh.
Wow.
You gonna roll for it?
We're going to roll for it.
Whoa.
Does that imply that the dragons are winning the war? Or does that imply that the dragons are still fighting against Andaria?
That's them.
That's from Karen.
Yeah, that's from
Karen.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I think the planet has united.
Right. You will find out. It's a little bit of a spoiler. I told Brooks this the other day. So what you're going to find out in story is that what you did, your whole quest ended on episode 12. It united the whole planet against Karen. And the dragons, exactly what you were trying to do and talk about, like, how do we do this? Can we do this? By you sacrificing yourself, it was clear who you were, what you accomplished, and them attacking the dragons and literally all the heroes just turned outward to defend Indaria.
So it might have been a good call.
It was absolutely a good cause, and it was a success. Don't think it was a failure. You may have had failures to your success, but that's life. That's a journey, right? You fail, succeed. Thank God I failed 3 times. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done this. So your mission was absolutely a success. And your characters will have heard about that story a little bit. There's been like a story about these like Star Seekers. It's kind of like if on Earth we found out that Jedi were actually real and some people were actually Jedi and we're talking about, oh my God, who's a Jedi? And apparently they're going to be reborn again. Like it's kind of like out there. And it feels a bit like a mystery or something like that. Like Avatar sent down. It feels supernatural. But
little kids hoping that they're them.
Yes. So people are always wondering who it's going to be. So that is basically yes, and we're gonna do a roll that is going to be next week. So it's going to be completely like who's going to be destroyed.
Better not be Sunken City.
Better not be Sunken City.
We should have.
I was going to wait for.
I could
do it. I could do it now if I have the map in front of me, and I do have the map in front of me.
Do what now?
Oh boy, might as well. Yeah, let's do it.
No.
Yeah, screw it. Let's do it.
Right,
Let's have some
1,
fun.
2, 3, 4, and 5 is Sunken City, and
What-
6.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll. I'll let you all roll a d6, and I'm going to count from the top left and go across. And I'm going to go down and up, and just going across. And the city that I hit is a city that's destroyed, and it can be small or big as long as it's a city. So we're going to destroy one of those.
Down, up, down, up. I'm confused.
I'm just going to go like this and go over and go like this and keep going, trying to hit a city.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's as long as it's random, which I have no idea what it's going to be right now, so it'll be random. So let's do the rolls. 1d6 each. I'll let you even choose if you want to subtract or add on to the current number. So you can even try to whatever you think is going to be the answer, you can help out to push it away or whatever you want to do. Go ahead.
Add 1.
Fans, you can roll 2. You can decide whether you want to add on or negate at the end, whoever's in there right now. Oh, Charles, I'll bring you in. Hey, Charles.
Hey,
Welcome.
Charles.
Charles.
What'd you get?
Hey, what we're rolling?
Yeah, roll, and then I'll come back.
1d6.
I'll come to you guys at the end.
1d6.
I love this.
Thank you.
4.
4. So 5 we're up to. Damien?
Sure. Here we go.
You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna add. I think
You can decide after.
3.
You want to add? Okay. We're at 8.
2.
We're at 7. If you're adding.
Okay. You don't have to. Add.
What?
Wait.
Right.
Yeah, that's
8.
just, that's what I'm confused.
I'm sorry, 10. 10. I'm sorry.
6.
6. Do you want to add? 16 or 4?
16.
Okay. Charles.
1.
17 or 15?
15.
15.
Yes.
Oni,
3. Add.
add or subtract?
Add.
18. Richard,
2.
add or subtract?
Correct.
Subtract. So 16.
Cool.
And here we go,
Smalls.
guys. You're going to watch me destroy a city with a single blow. Well, I didn't destroy it. You guys did. You're all terrible. Here we go. I don't know if people could see my cursor. No, you can't, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay, so here we go. Just know that I'm counting. I'm starting in the top left. Just know that I'm counting. Starting in the top left by the Keeper's Realm, and I'll be going down from there. So 1, 2, 3. We have Rhaegar 4 going down. Silver City, an Iris, and the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What's the number? 18.
16.
12, 13, 14,
No.
15.
Uh-oh.
No.
No.
What is it?
It's Sanctum, I believe.
Oh, Archmage?
Sanctum.
It's the Archmage's realm.
That's wild.
An area we have not even seen yet.
Wow.
And
they're
now
gonna
we
be
never will.
So angry.
Really upset.
Oh my god, that sounds.
The mages are gonna be pissed.
Why are you upset?
I like the Archmage.
Oh, yeah. And we've never, as
Sanctum
an
sounds
area of the map,
important.
we have never visited. It's the
crazy.
entire huge portion of the map that has never been visited in the campaign.
Oh man.
Remember the campaign where you guys had the ability to go anywhere you want,
And we didn't
then you went
do
one
it.
place for 10 episodes?
The Sunken City.
You went to,
They have the best ale.
you went to the Silver City for 10 episodes. I
Right.
put a little carrot just to kind of show you the world is bigger, gentlemen. Maybe one day you return. Oh no, you're not.
No, we
you're
want
not-
to. We want to
you're-
really delve deep.
You're gonna
here.
stay here? Okay, okay, go for it. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a while. Oh, okay, you're fine with that.
It's like Tatooine.
Right, you just keep returning. Sunken City is Tatooine.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
The galaxy, all the planets in the galaxy. Oh, we'll go back to Tatooine.
So there's this little world outside. Actually, there's something more important is happening right there again for the 6th time. So that is the city of Sanctum. So that was a waste of artwork that I had somebody create for me. What a waste.
I'm still
Do
there.
you have it?
Before and
Can we see
after.
it?
Yeah, I don't know if I have it here. I don't think I have it here.
Oh man.
This
Just
beautiful
there any-
land.
No.
looks
rub it in.
No,
here
I can
now,
have I can
yeah.
have it. It's a good one actually.
Is there an
Can we
inner
re-roll it?
sanctum?
What
Can
you
we
need to
re-roll
do
Is there
now
an
is get
inner
it
sanctum?
Oh
undrawn
man, if you
up
want to
or
re-roll,
destroyed.
you want to do that?
No.
I'll allow that.
I gotta,
You wanna-
I gotta,
You have a
I gotta re-roll
reroll.
today. I gotta do that.
Oh man.
If you guys want to re-roll and you can add or subtract, go for it. It's up to you.
Now we
guys.
know that's 16, right?
You do know that's 16.
Wait.
Yes.
Breaking games.
That's what he does.
I'm
Yeah,
for it.
re-roll.
I
That's what he does.
want to.
Here,
I want to lose a city that we know.
I give my re-roll
I'm
to
like,
the group.
oh, that's a shame, but I have no attachment to
Actually,
that.
we've
I
got two
want.
types.
I give my re-roll to the group.
I was really nervous that it was going to be the Lion's Realm. That's what I
Oh, here we go. Let's
Here,
see.
here,
Could
here
be.
you go.
Still could be.
Although, can we
Your
establish
map
what's like?
Would have been in the line.
Can we know the count? Can we know the count of like where things are? Is that possible?
So, okay.
I thought it was more exciting. The way
So
we did it.
you're putting a reroll out.
Sure.
Okay. So the reroll should really be one person rolling over.
That's what I was going to ask. Is a reroll like I re-roll my roll, or is it we all
I-
re-roll?
Even
for,
if it's
like,
the one,
the
even one
roll?
number is fine.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you choose. You either reroll everybody over, or each one of you can reroll and just move the thing away. We won't go back to see what you rolled. We'll just move it up or down.
Well, even if I just re-roll mine, like as long as it's not a
You
2,
can do
I
that,
can just do that.
or you can reroll everybody with the reroll.
Actually,
I think-
what you could do
Group-
is
group
make
vote.
someone
I think-
change their choice. So change it from a plus to a, if they were a plus, they become a minus. If
Oh
they're a
yeah, but we
minus,
can't
they become
remember all
plus.
the numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just
No,
do a
I do.
roll
I
and
think we
move
should
it up
all
or
just
down.
re-roll the whole thing.
Reroll everyone. Let's do it.
Everybody re-roll.
Wow, the
Okay,
city
we
of
will.
Sanctum has saved your heroes.
Breaking games.
Session 0,
Here we
saving
go.
cities.
Here we go. What's it gonna be?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's not right.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Not that it matters. 3. We're already higher.
Can you take me
3.
higher?
3, 6,
4.
10,
6.
12.
Wait,
No,
what?
16.
6.
No, I'm sorry. My brain. is not good
22.
today.
6.
Or you're gonna keep? Are you gonna add or take away?
Ooh.
Right. So
Add.
we
Keep
could
going.
be at 10
Add,
or
add.
22, right?
22.
Charles would be proud.
Are we going up or down?
We both wrote the same
23
thing.
or 21.
We're still going up? Are you subtracting or adding?
Let's go up.
23, Oni?
I've
Three,
seen the map.
up.
You guys 3? Okay, 26. Del? 4?
4. Why is it blurred out?
Upward down.
Up.
Oh my God!
It's 30.
31.
Put your hands up again. Put your fingers up again.
What?
Is there a filter that stops somebody from like flipping somebody off?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
how?
don't know.
His
What?
fingers are all
No.
blurry.
No,
No, he's gotta be like on the background.
What are your
Yeah.
fingers made out of, Richard?
Oh, maybe because he's using a virtual background.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Oh,
There
there
you
it
go.
is.
Oh, I was like, what?
The future is now.
Yes.
That's what it must have been.
You
Yeah.
can't. I can't do
Put
it.
up everybody all day long.
Hot dog
It
fingers.
was. See?
That was
Richard.
nuts. Oh, I completely forgot. 26? Is that the number?
No,
30.
30.
30.
31, right? 31?
31.
32, isn't it?
31.
32. I like that.
31.
What is
31.
it? 32?
I think it's
31.
32.
31.
31.
I
I
thought
thought it was 31.
Richard's saying 31.
31.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 27 to 4. Yeah.
Can't
Yeah,
believe it.
31.
Just start at 16 and keep counting.
Here we go. Yes, I will do that. Here we go. Back to the map.
Oh boy.
You will not
Here
know
we
what-
go.
God, this is
Oh,
crazy.
I'm on the
man.
bottom right of the
is
map.
crazy.
No, sorry,
This
not
is
that's not true.
crazy.
The Archmage's Realm on the bottom. Sanctum.
16.
That's 16. So let me make sure. Did I do this one? I did. So that's 16 going up. Here we go. There's a bunch here. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Moving over. 22. Coming down. That's a fortress nobody cares about. Should I count it?
Yes.
No.
It's not a city. You said
Why?
cities. You
Oh,
said
yeah,
I
I
know.
said cities.
23 in the Lion's Realm right now. 24 in Palindria. Now we're leaving the Lion's Realm. 25 souls. Already destroyed it.
Aw.
Wait,
20.
that don't count then.
No, it counts. It's still city. 26. Hammerdune, 27. The Elven city is 28. It's fine. We're okay with shipping. Olin. Orin.
Olin.
I was going to
Yeah.
say,
He's got an
F
old
that
city
guy.
29. Giants Forest is 30.
Oh.
And that brings us down to Autumn Light.
Oh man. Autumn light.
Wow, that's weird.
In the Lion's
Dude.
Realm.
And that's my birthday also, 31st. It's my birthday.
It's meant to be.
And you're literally a paladin of Autumn Light,
That's so
and we
hard.
just
That's
rolled
crazy.
the city.
Oh my.
That's almost perfect.
That's-
Sorry to
that's-
say.
But that's going to make your story so much more interesting. though.
You are vengeance for Andaria.
You're the main character.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We're the NPCs in your quest.
Wow.
The best.
We can re-roll it.
Wow. No, you
No,
can't reroll
you
it.
can't
already
re-roll
did.
it.
No, it's
We
not.
already re-rolled it.
Yeah, one reroll.
Let me re-roll.
Wow.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Well, now I have my
Wow.
agenda.
And I have an idea how you're going to start. I don't know whether to talk to
Dead?
you. You were there. Make a new character.
Fastest kill ever.
You're like, just starting to write my name. Nope, rip that up.
I got killed in the pregame.
Auto
No.
kill.
Brooke got killed in
We
pregame.
should roll for it.
You could die in session 0.
Seriously.
Roll for it. Let it roll for it.
She got fireball.
Oh man.
She's the
man.
last paladin of Autumn Light.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is really crazy.
Well, no, you're the first paladin of Autumn Light. That's what it's about. You're the first paladin of Autumn Light.
And the only.
And the last.
Well, I think it's about the
No, no.
movement.
Oh no, the city would have been destroyed.
Not the last.
Can't be the last.
How would
But
I not be
it's
the
not
last?
there anymore.
Yeah, the
What are you
city's
talking about?
gone.
Yeah, but she's
The order is for the city. It's like named after. It's
like she's the one. She's
Yeah.
founding the order. She's
Got
right.
it.
You're starting the order.
Oh, it's a movement.
Right.
Oh my god! Now I
Oh.
just got the craziest chills.
Right.
Perfect.
Cool.
That's
See what happens?
That's wild that you created that,
That
and we
is-
just rolled
See
that
what
city.
happens? See what happens?
Wow.
This guy.
Nice
Wow.
call, Phil.
This
What
this
happens?
this quest is gonna be
Yeah.
this one's gonna be a special
Wild
one. You can
day.
tell.
so great.
Ask me other questions. Fans, ask away. Anything you want to know about what's coming up?
What is the state of the war right now?
The war is this pretty much a stalemate going back and forth. And Daria is trying to get technology going. And basically anything I tell you, the other side knows, right? So K-Knight has an incredible crystal technology, and they've been improving it, and working out for war. They're just hell bent on destroying Andaria and whatever, because of all the years of like the Cold War that was happening and the Rapture for them. Andaria, more things I'm going to tell you that you'll find out in the first episode. Andaria has 3 large capital ships built, but they have no astral crystal. In fact, Andaria has no astral crystal.
Tale as old as time.
So they built it, gone as far as they can go, and they're literally there, and they make sure that it's protected. They don't want to lose them. The Knights are attacking Daria, but their target is Salvation. They're trying to take out those capital ships because their biggest fear is that if they can figure out how to get dragons into space, which they can't figure out a way to do that.
Dragons?
Yes, there are space dragons.
Yes, they are.
And if they can start getting if Andara can get an army into space, that will begin to change things because they will meet dragons and ships, and that will change things completely.
The ships that Andaria has are at Salvation, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no astral crystal is rare, and no one they have ideas where it is. We'll go over that more in episode 1. But Daria is trying to get on her feet and create this fleet. They do have like short range like fighters and things like that, but like they're no good. It's all built on Crystalborn and Gnomish technology working together. They're pretty much there. And the station's huge now. It's not that small station anymore. Picture it like 10 or 12, 15 times the size of it. It takes up, a significant. It's a large asteroid, but it's definitely a lot bigger than it was. And interesting enough, you have this station. At the bottom of the station is the Temple of the Ancients. So that's what's going on with that.
So what was the story behind how Daria united? Like after we died, did everyone decide to buckle down? Were they inspired by our sacrifice?
So the Dragon Wizard is been acting kind of like a liaison, perhaps, to the dragons. I imagine you can also dispute or talk about anything I'm bringing up, but he's been kind of. You eventually would have presented yourself to the dragon
to be cool with them, like to be on their level, he'd want that.
Yeah. So I think they kind of accept you. You are a dragon. They can't deny you, and they understand that you're kind of a unique entity. So you've kind of become kind of like a diplomat with Onyx, and Onyx is a dragon that who's in hiding for a long time, posing as a mortal. So you worked with Onyx for a while and just acting as like a diplomat. And you can decide. You can actually really only have to talk about that because that could come up in gameplay about what your motives are, what you were doing, whatever. But that's kind of what you've been doing. Now, after when you guys left this world, the heroes that were in existence and leading the nations and such, they basically just went back and firstly through the diplomats and said, "Hey, they're coming here. Like we can't fight this. We can't do this anymore." And everybody heard the news. It's kind of like I imagine if we were being attacked by aliens. Who cares what race you are? Who cares what nation you're from? It's like we need to do this. Are you doing Independence Day? You thinking? Huh? Am I doing Independence Day by accident?
Yeah, just a little bit, kind of.
Today.
Plus, they really are aliens. I mean,
yeah.
That's like,
checks out.
Checks out. So that's basically that was a kind of an easy unite. People just started turning their attention, even if they didn't want to like just buddy up with a dragon. It was just kind of like I need to put my attention on this. So people just naturally started focusing together, and that's why it started working. And it's just like dragons will go up and do their thing, and then if there's some kind of other coordination with the mortals, what they're doing, they're not working hand in hand. But like the dragons are always ready, and on the mortal side, they're always prepared as much as they can be. So that happened kind of just naturally because of what happened. There's more to that story. It's interesting. And there's something that's wild that you're going to find out about.
Is the Dark also on board with that? Like, are they part of this group, or are they a separate entity?
I don't know if the Dark was a part of it. I did think about it for a while, and I kind of think that the Dark might be the same, like, you know what? Forget you guys. You didn't help us out above. And now that you're going through the war that we suffered through, because it hasn't been in the quest, because you guys are scared of the dark, literally. And you guys just don't want to go down there. I'm joking around, obviously, but you do choose to not go there. So they've been fighting. They had their own civil war down there. It's been kind of crazy. And it's just been happening around the story and never a part of the story directly, only a little ways, right? So the best representative of the dark we have is Charles, who's with us right now, who represents the angst and the anger of the dark. And what would the inhabitants of the dark, specifically the Triad, probably say to everyone above about like, will you help us?
Not a bit. We're risking us losing what we have down here. Y'all go ahead and handle it. Any leftovers, we'll take over. If they come down here, we got them.
Right, you're almost on the thought of like, let's take over the old world. Go ahead. When you try to come down here and whittle between the rocks, we're going to kill you.
Wow.
So that's kind of my thought.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah. Not a lot of love
Tony, my
between the
question-
dark and the overworld.
Ah.
My question
also-
would be: are any of the other stellar races involved in the war? So is it just Karen versus Andaria, or have other stellar races joined in?
Good question.
It is Karen versus Daria right now, and you'll probably find out more things about like the whole solar system after. But as of right now, it's just that. There's no hot war with anyone else. There's no one that's joining in. There's nothing else that's presented itself.
Okay. And the other question I have is: are the gnomes working on warframes for the dragons so they can get into space?
All they need is air tank.
Yes.
That's it.
You want
They
to
just need
make
air
Megazords
tank.
now?
That's incredible.
That's it.
I want to make warframes for dragons and have it where they can breathe in
Warframes.
They can
space.
have a
That's
breathing
that's a
apparatus.
crazy sentence.
You are a twisted person. You want
Hey,
warframes
I was-
for dragons?
Isn't that that
I was
band?
thinking it, just not as a warframe.
Magic
Just,
dragons?
just put air tanks on them,
I'm
and
thinking
then they
full
can get there.
Right, they just
warframe
need,
with
like, a
weaponry
special
and
helmet.
everything on it.
Yeah. Just-
No, all they need is air tanks for their nose, so they can breathe out their mouth and be fine.
No, I want full-on warframes with
No,
weapons
they
and
don't need all
cores
that.
and everything.
They don't need all that.
Just leave the dragons alone, man. Just leave
You-
them alone.
You haven't.
I'll have,
I think that,
I'll have
I
what
just,
they're
by the way,
having.
I think the three of
Yeah.
them just had the reason why nothing's happening yet. It's like we should do this. No, we should do this. No, we should do nothing. That's like that's what the
It's probably
mortals-
representative about how the leaders are trying to do it.
Yeah.
Right now, Andari is pretty much on the defense, and like we need to build a fleet, and they're just trying to figure out the problem of how we're going to fuel these ships, and that's what they're doing, holding their ground, and they don't have the technology to go out there. You know, like if you have maybe wizards could probably do it with portals and such and things like that. We saw the key that was done by Bardot, so maybe on the cusp of something like that, but not right now.
Yeah, has anybody devoted any time and effort into finding a way to get dragons into space?
No, the mortals are happy the dragons are on their side, but they're not designing technology for dragons.
They don't want to make dragons any more powerful.
Think about exactly. Think about this exactly. things that are going to come up in the quest. Literally, if you are on the side of dragons temporarily and they're working with you, would your first thought be, "I'm going to empower the dragons"?
No.
Would your first thought like, "We need ships"? Because maybe we got to fight these dragons, so we need our own metal dragons.
Okay, but now I think we're getting much, much more realistic than like, oh, we found an outside threat. Now we're all working together and we're all holding hands. Like I think that's a much more.
No, they're never holding hands. All I was saying before is that they're not like. It's like if they were fighting each other, it's like they have to just turn their attention to like literally the planet being destroyed.
Yeah.
And they know the dragons want the same thing. So I said before, they're not buddy-buddy by any means, but they have to face a threat that's coming in from the outside. They 100% are not okay. No one, people are not shaking hands.
But they won't be riding on the backs of any dragons, like if that had to happen.
No. The
come
mortals are working with the dragons.
Come on.
Only one of
Are
them's in the
they going
dark.
to ride the dragons?
Yes.
No, they're not riding the dragons.
Well, the
There
dragons.
might be someone or something that's able to befriend a dragon,
Name
and the
Brooke.
dragon's like, "Hey,
She's
well,
on it.
I'm saying
No.
There might be a
No.
lark who speaks
Imagine
to
a
dragons.
lark
Very.
Hold on.
who has a new order.
on. There
It's
was
all
Hex.
about dragons.
there
There
was
might
Hex.
be. There might be.
There was Hex riding Rage, right? Okay.
Right.
There was
If you want to ride
Hutch
dragons, go
riding
Lost Knights of
Atlas.
Andar.
That worked out
Well,
well.
no, well, but I
Yes.
mean, it's not like it's never happened, and it's not like it couldn't happen.
I'm not
again.
saying it
Yeah,
can't
but-
exist. I'm just saying is that it's not what's happening.
Yeah.
It's funny because you're
You
saying
know what's
you're saying it
funny?
should be friendlier,
You know
and you're
what's
saying it
funny?
should be meaner. Meet in
Yes.
the middle because that's where it is.
You know what's funny though? You didn't know that there'd be a TPK voluntarily. Who knows? Who knows?
right
just
now,
don't know.
Want to ride a dragon?
I think
trying
I,
to
I, I've
say-
ridden a dragon. I had my I ridden my
What-
dragon friend.
what's
on?
happening?
And then
now?
Dan blinked
The
her out of
moon was made
existence.
of cheese.
Right.
With cheese.
I'm just trying to say the moon's made
Well,
cheese.
Hutch.
Would you eat it? I would, and I'd wash it down with a cool Budweiser.
Ooh, Budweiser.
Um,
I love hot dogs.
Okay, for the like the log. They are
prologue?
not buddy.
The prologue.
They are
Oh,
not
record.
buddy. They are working on the
Captain's
same
log.
side because
Yes.
it makes sense. and
Pati.
they are not riding each other.
Well,
Okay.
well, you know,
If you say so.
My
Sometimes.
my comment
Well,
was
When
going
a
to say,
dragon loves another dragon.
But they might, Tony. They might ride
my
each other.
comment though was to say like I appreciate the nuance that went into creating that scenario of like, hey, we have an outside threat, but it's like we're going to develop technology to help us win, but I'm not going to make
Yes.
the dragons like,
So Mortal Kombat.
even perhaps at the expense of winning the battle against the Kairanites.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Well, that's how some people.
That's
might feel.
ridiculous.
We'll
that
see.
doesn't
Maybe
make
that's
sense.
Right.
Yes, but I mean, I know we're talking about Andarians, but in my
Although-
opinion, humanity is ridiculous.
Although if there's some
Yes,
twisted
agreed.
way to like put like a kill switch on like a dragon suit, like oh they're out of line.
That's exactly the kind of thinking.
yeah, oh yes, oh yeah.
Oh, you,
Tell
And they
them
already
to
said
put this on.
Atlas.
Put
Atlas.
this on.
That is exactly like if Atlas was here, he'd be like, "This is the mortal I'm telling you about." Literally, I would tell you, you cannot trust mortals. They will do something to you, and you're like, "No, they're not all bad." Don't.
He's right here.
What if
Yep,
we give him a suit that'll
exactly.
really
Here's the
help him,
quest. Kill
and then we
Castellano.
kill him with it?
Yeah, put this awesome suit on. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and that is why
Fly
there.
out to space.
It's couture.
Oh, good job. You beat our enemy. Done.
And that is why there are no dragon megazords, and that's why the gnomes are creating things for dragons. They're creating their own ships to empower themselves to work
Yeah.
alongside them to do
if
what
you
they
want to
gotta
know,
do.
if you want to know why the dragons don't trust anyone, just ask them to what I would do to defeat them. That's
Right.
yeah. That's,
Yeah, they go
I
see
see.
you. What would you do? Oh man, we gotta
that's a
fix
good
that
idea.
problem.
Let's not trust them ever.
I say we put him in space, then we kill him.
Yeah.
I say you let me.
I mean,
we
technically, all
let
you'd
him
have
go.
to do is let them get far enough away from the planet, right, and then just turn it off.
Right.
That's,
Yep.
Yeah.
My God, guys.
Like,
My God.
You call me evil.
Right.
mean,
Yes.
that's why
yeah,
they're not
a
doing
couple.
it, right? It's
Richard
like,
has
leave
some
them
evil
alone.
moments. So yeah.
You
So
guys
now.
always
So now.
thought it was so nice.
So now you know about these intricate relationships. What's going on? Ask another question. What do you got?
Could they ride the ships out there to get out faster and then do their thing?
The questions that come up.
Are,
To be seen.
are the ancients
Right.
involved again?
The ancients have this. The remaining ancients that are around in existence, in this mortal existence, and you guys can experience them, are so far not getting involved. But people are there asking them to get involved, which is what I spoke about before. You're asking a direct question. So people are at the temple, and they're like trying to talk to the ancients, like help us in this time of need, and the ancients aren't really answering.
They're not even like appearing.
No, you guys was a special.
I was gonna say, like,
After encountering this guy, they're like, we've
That's it.
seen enough.
They're putting their phones
We've
on
seen all
silent.
we need to see.
Archmage
I have a question.
and Red
They leave it
Knight.
on red.
No, don't answer that.
Please don't,
So-
answer,
Forward that
don't
call.
answer that call.
There are wizards who can alter time, right? Correct? Yeah.
Chronomancers.
So when we re-roll, let's say, like we just re-rolled that city getting destroyed.
I'm so curious what you're going to answer.
Here we
right now.
go.
This is,
Are,
this is
are
a game-breaking
wizards,
moment.
are wizards who control time aware of that?
Rerolls? Oh,
No, think about it. Is
That'd be
Are they
interesting.
aware that we saved an entire city from being destroyed to sacrifice it for another one?
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
so you're saying, did that happen
That
in
would be
game, or
really
does that
cool.
Does
happen
that,
out of game?
does that happen in game? And is a chronomancer aware of that?
Oh, you know what? I can answer you. It's not a decision now. This is just me thinking back to what I've done. I've
Yes.
already stated that a million times just by saying that, like, it's always like you're gonna miss, and all of a sudden you grab
There's
onto it
one
like that.
time.
Yeah.
So it actually is a redo.
So-
It's actually is some sort of
So,
fluctuation.
yeah, so what I'm wondering is it possible that like, the Archmage is aware of that we saved his entire city?
Yes.
Ah,
breaking the
course.
game.
now we're back on his good side.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Like,
I've
does he
got another
know?
version.
Well,
So noted.
Is that
it's
something
now
that-
in,
It's in there,
it's
right?
now in here.
Okay, great.
And
is
that's
that
all we can
something
do.
that the chronomancer?
That's all we can do. Hope for the best.
But a good question, though, right? Good question.
It was a great point.
Yes,
What about this?
excellent question.
The ancients, do they know that we're star seekers?
100%. They knew that. Well, they know that always. They don't care. In this last quest, they knew that, and they gave you the information knowing that you were, and they talked to you specifically and only because you were star seekers.
That's right, yeah.
And they were like, okay.
But, okay,
and
my-
this guy's annoying, but he's a star seeker.
My real question is, like, I mean, we obviously have past relationships with the ancients. Does that affect how they see us? Like, oh, I'm talking to Hogar here.
The ancients
Archmage.
don't see it the same way. They look at you as like, this is who you are now? This guy's annoying. I'd rather you like when you're.
I like you the other
I
way.
like you be.
I like you when you're a
Hogar.
I like the three.
100%. That's exactly the heart.
But Hogar's
The Archmage
still-
loves Hogar. Is there Axel?
But Hogar's still there. Like he's still doing his thing.
Right, but he has to deal with this face.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like your
Sir
face.
Axel is
Very
cool.
blue.
I like Sir
problem.
Axel.
Yeah, he's got to deal. By face, I mean like he has to deal with this entity, this
Right.
this
energy.
version
Yeah.
of him.
Yes.
It's uncomfortable.
The soul.
That,
So
that
he
brings
deals with the
up an
soul, and this is the version of the soul that he has to deal with at this time. And so they're just like, but they don't. I think for them, it would literally be like Tom with hat, Tom without hat. I prefer Tom with hat. You know, so they just don't care or don't think like that way. They're just like, I'm just talking to the same.
Like, what are you doing?
I'm glad that was so funny. I was just meant to be a point.
Tom with
Tom
one
with
eye. Tom with
a hat
two
on it.
eyes.
Is the
Tom
is the
with two
dragon-
boobs, Tom with three boobs.
Wow. Total Recall. Tom.
See what the
Now
pod-
available.
Everybody
Total Recall
thinks about-
Tom.
You can't mention that
Total
without thinking
Recall
about Total
Tom.
Recall.
See what the
Dream
pod-
come true.
I was doing a Total Recall joke. So
Dream come true.
anyway,
Is the dragon wizard one of Phil's Starseeker people?
yes,
Yes.
So
Yes.
theoretically, he's giving himself a quest.
so
Right.
is Andaria giving
Yeah, Brooke, right?
Ayana.
Ayana quest too. Yeah, so that's happening.
That's
Now,
kind
what's
of an
cool, I
interesting
was thinking
thing,
about
right?
is you will be able to speak to your character. There'll be times when you can preach without my help. You don't need like a god in the game going through the dungeon master to tell you what to say. You can literally speak for yourself and say it's as Andaria if you wish, because I would just ask you what you want to do as Andaria.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Heavy.
So you're both the avatar and the deity.
The Av and the Tar.
Yeah,
That's so cool. Look at the
really
stress
cool.
on
That's
Brooke's
also a
face.
first in game.
Speaking
and I
of,
have no home, but I have a home.
yeah,
No. You're not. So this is that was a Lion's Realm city. Unfortunately, you caught that before, Dan, right? We did land in Lion's Realm.
Autumn
Yes.
Light.
Yeah.
I saw.
Um,
We're very close.
I'm saying as Ayana. I mean, she
What
has
do you
her
mean very
home,
clo-
Andaria.
what do you mean very close? It was in Lion's Realm.
yeah, it's the last
Part
city.
of the
of-
Lions.
It's part of the Lion's Realm. One of the major cities was destroyed, like Buenos Aires.
What?
Get those
Starship Trooper, baby.
Oh,
Stormtroopers. Troopers.
I know.
It happened.
Right away, yeah.
It happened.
Tony,
Pull it up.
can I
Yeah.
just put one
Yeah.
thing out there for that? Have it that city was destroyed at the beginning of the war. When they first attacked, that city
It was.
destroyed
It,
then.
yes. It,
And then
it
that
wa-
also helped bring everyone together because they're going, we can't have this.
Yeah. I mean, yes. Yes. I don't see why. I didn't think about that, but yes, absolutely. So that would have happened somewhere in the beginning of the war, and then that would have surely probably even cemented, let's fight them, because if that can happen, the only good Carry Knight is dead Carry Knight.
Yeah. Now,
Just saying.
do the crew want to
It's
know
true.
which characters we're playing, or
Yeah, so let's talk about the
Heck
fan
yeah.
characters. So the fan characters, I believe that at least one of you, and maybe most of you, and if not all of you, are playing the same characters that you guys left behind in the past.
What?
And you guys are immortal, by the way. You don't age. They have the ability to play the same characters. They didn't give up their lives.
Right.
wait, wasn't Val going into the Nether?
Yeah, I'm going.
They
to the
went-
We all
If-
had no choice.
Oh, wait,
We
you
all had no
didn't?
choice.
We didn't play it, but they went into the Nether.
Okay.
Even Aegis, he didn't have a choice.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, exactly.
What about this? Bludgy was a guardian of the forest, right?
Correct.
Was he there?
Do you want him to
Oh,
die?
yes.
No, I want to know
Trying
what
to kill,
happened.
trying to kill
Yes.
Bludgy again?
Absolutely.
Again.
Yes, he was there.
No, I wanna
he
know
was
what
good
happened.
at the end.
Yeah.
Come on.
He
I
wasn't.
hate
good.
Bludgy.
He wasn't there
Come on,
because
he
he's
had the
usually
knife hands.
he's usually
I hate
he's usually protecting Andaria in like a different way, in like a spiritual form.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
my boy.
I would say he probably is often not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He definitely knows about it.
I would assume he does, yeah.
Yeah. I thought about bringing Bludgy back a bunch. I always cycle through the characters, and I'm always like, does this person come back? This person? Nah.
He
This
could
person?
now,
No, they
though.
don't care about that person. Too long gone. And I usually cycle. I always cycle through. And I try to be very careful. And I spend a lot of time thinking of who was going to go in through the door at the end of the last quest. And my first person I start with, well, who should come through? Well, Super Farmer should come through. It always begins with Super Farmer. Because he comes through, it's just like amazing. And Knights of Andaria I thought was really cool when he was there. He's like fighting off the Necromancer.
Oh yeah.
But I kept doing it, and I was like, like Sparky is there. I was like, this is a moment. And we saw them. And last time we saw them, Sparky was seeing Lump, and he was like excited to see his friend. And he's thinking like, every time we're together, like I'm on the brink of death. So he was excited to see him. He's like, let's just stop having adventures, though. And then Sparky almost died in this realm, in the realm of Shadow. He was already dead, don't forget. Right. And then he escaped because of everything that happened. And I felt like it was like another twist. And he was doing a lot of helping with Lump, and now Lump got to kind of help him out. And I love the idea of him coming in the room and Sparky just empowering him, and just like a duo. And it was a line that I forgot to say. It's so stupid. There was something that you said. I forgot what it was, and I was going to do that.
I said it?
You said something, and something I said it on the show.
Yeah, there was something.
It's something I was going to do.
Remember what it is
that I thought was really funny, and then I forgot to do it, and I just whatever it was, I was really sad about that. And there was another line that Bardot. Often when I'm Dungeon Master, sometimes I'm thinking about the future, and especially if we're calculating numbers, and I forget things. But I was talking to Phil, and I was saying stuff like, when I work this out all the time, if I don't bring him, we basically just don't win. That was what I remembered. That wasn't a big deal. What I wanted to say was, if I can remember what to say it, which is a common line now in jokes, where you say I want someone to look at me the way that Lump looks at Sparky. So I feel like their friendship is. So, and I love the fact that Sparky made him young again. He was fighting around. He had the power crystal. So that was cool. So it's always cool to have somebody kick back in, but you got to think about what it is. Bludgy, I try to bring in, but I keep not seeing a moment. We're protecting Andaria right now. It's possible. You'd have to go to that spot that makes sense where he would appear, and then it could happen.
Well, is anyone in the Lions realm right now?
Heroes?
Yeah.
I think that Super Farmer is definitely there, but he's not in that city, though. He's in Forest Hold.
Yeah, were there any big casualties?
Yeah, the entire city. Hero-wise? Hero-wise, no.
Hero-wise.
What about the owl?
No.
Rabbit
Oh,
guy?
Hewington.
Oh, not Hewington. Yeah, Flinster. What about Flinster?
Oh, my God.
Is Flinster there?
Wait, what about the frog, too? Mr. Ribbons.
And you... Oh, Mr. Ribbons. Mr. Ribbons.
Oh, man.
Wait, Mr. Ribbons was a familiar.
We are now going to roll for the death of our beloved Beastborn characters.
Oh,
Can
man.
I get the picture of Flinster that Rob drew?
You have it?
Rob drew
let's see
a
if I find
picture
it.
of Flinster?
Yeah.
You want that before you roll it?
I want to look
What
at
about
it.
the turtle?
Okay. What was the name of the turtle? No, I think I named it.
Turtle.
Yeah, it was one of the Forest Guardians.
Yeah, he was like the main guardian
yeah.
for a while. He's like the
I can't
mentor.
remember his name.
He's the Miyagi of the Forest Guardians.
Rantor? No, not Rantor. Wasn't it?
Oh, it was
Wasn't it
something
Rantor?
Yeah, that was it.
Rantor or something like
I think it
that.
was Rantor.
That's
Wow,
it.
Brooke.
Yeah.
25 experience.
Yeah. Are you eating
No.
by the foot?
No.
I remember
Don't do that.
weird things.
Rantor was the giant turtle.
Yes, Rantor.
I have it written down.
So Rantor.
That's how you debate.
Yeah, Rantor.
I feel like Will Ferrell.
That's how you debate.
debate.
Okay, so we're at the roll for Flinster. So for those who don't remember, Flinster was a adorable, cute bunny. That I think his voice was like, hey, Olgar. It's basically, it's almost my Butters. Okay, Eric.
Yeah.
It's basically my Butters impression. Flinster was cool. And Flinster went with you in Iron Kingdom in the beginning. He actually made the journey with you over there, and he was there protecting Andaria from Andaria being shattered by the ego of Dragano. Remember when his ego was overwhelming the planet? Like the planet was being lost more and more every year, but no one knew to they had to almost fight the planet on that level. You beat him physically in some sense. He came back, took the crystal, was dominating the planet. You guys went back. Flinster made that trip, and I even think
he was
that
taking Holgar to find the portal.
I think Rantor went there
entrance.
also. So we're gonna make the roll. Who wants?
Hold on for you. How old does Rabbit Beastborn live?
800 years.
I'd say pretty
800?
old.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I think pretty old.
Who, Rantor?
No. Flinster.
Flinster?
There's actually something that may come up very, very interesting in the future for Beastborn. Okay, so at this point, don't worry about
What
it.
about Ribbits?
No, I'm upset.
I'll let you roll for Ribbits because you're most excited about it.
Okay.
So you'll be the one to kill him.
No.
I,
If you
I
roll-
gotta, I gotta look for. I could have.
Now, to be fair, you cannot re-roll this.
Okay.
Do you have any re-rolls?
I only have one. I used one
Okay,
last
so
week.
you cannot re-roll this. 1d6, roll the 1, he dies.
If I roll a 1, he dies.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It has to be up more because we are hitting. It's a 1 in 3 chance that he dies. I'm gonna say a 1 or a 2.
Jeez.
3 major cities. 1 or a 2, he dies.
Why don't we do Flinster first?
No, we're not doing
No.
Flinster first.
If he dies, he
Flint's is a
dies.
cute.
Where is
I was
Mr.
just thinking
Ribbits?
that.
Where is Mr. Ribbits right now?
We're rolling for that.
We'll
gotta
find
find
out.
out.
See where it? Oh.
If you roll a 1 or a 2,
He was in that city.
he's in that city.
He's in Autumn Light.
On a
was.
mic.
One or two. I'm watching. Let's do it.
Hold on. What he?
You killed him!
Oh my God!
What? You're a monster! You're a monster. You're not a paladin. You're a monster.
I'm so upset.
You brought him up just to
So
kill
upset.
him.
What's the opposite of pal?
Lap.
Lapidin.
Sounds
What's
like a
it?
drug you take for your cholesterol.
Lapidin.
But you get lap bitch backwards?
Do you have a case of the ribbits?
Paladin.
Take a lapidin.
Paladin.
Nidalap.
Middle lap.
No, I don't want this to be. No, I don't want this to be.
Hold on, Tony. Wasn't Mr. Ribbits a familiar or somebody?
Was he?
He.
No, I don't think he was a familiar. I think he was just an animal-y companion.
Yeah, I think
Because
he was I
y'all
think
had
he-
No, he.
y'all had the frog and souls.
he
He,
was.
was, he was in Souls,
was
but
in Souls.
either way, he's alive and still going on, and now he's dead.
Okay.
It's harsh.
Brock.
Great
he
job,
might
Brooke.
have already been
Glad you're here.
dead, And then when the city was bombed, it just destroyed his
I-
grave.
such a- no, thank you.
Get out of
Um,
old age. Get out of old age.
Who wants to roll for Rantor?
I'm out.
I'll roll for Rantor.
Okay.
Rantor's gonna survive.
I
Rantor is
don't think this
Do you
should
want- Dan,
happen.
do you
I
want
don't
light
think this
green
should
or
even be a
dark green?
roll.
Rantor is the
vibing?
mentor, very old
Dark green.
tortoise
Closest turtle
beastborn.
color.
Why is
I'm gonna
this?
pick
Why
the
is
one
he
that
on the
was up
table
one
now?
already.
Because he's a beastborn.
Oh,
Spent
we're
those
gonna roll
ones.
for everybody
so.
special in Eldaria now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
No.
That's what we're doing?
In the
people that-
in the
area.
Lion's Realm.
Right,
Oh,
people that might have
Lord.
been.
Do you notice
actually
we're
there.
only rolling characters who are beastborn?
Okay.
It's not just everybody.
Brooke's third cousin.
I'm very
Alive! Brooke's first sister. Second sister. Okay. Someone writing this down?
I'm
I'm killing family
Are
members.
they-
No one's paying attention.
Die?
They're dying left and right.
rolling for Rantor.
Trees are falling. No one's
Here
hearing
we
them 'cause no
go.
one's
Here we
Three
go.
plus he lives.
Moment.
6.
Oh,
Rantor went
thank
to his
God.
shell.
Wait,
And
what
he
about
lived.
the other one? What about the
Who's the owl? What is
no,
it?
no, no,
Wasn't it-
yes.
We have
the
to roll for
owl-
Huington.
The owl
Who wants to roll for Huington?
No, it wasn't
I'll do it.
Remington. The
No.
owl was
The wolf.
Eldoran.
You're talking about the wolf that was the bad guy?
Aldoran.
Aldoran.
Who am I rolling for?
Remember, I
Aldoran.
couldn't say his name.
Oh, Aldoran
Aldoran.
is
The
That's
owl.
the owl.
Owl.
That's
Yeah.
the owl. Aldoran.
Oh,
So
Aldoran, yes.
1 or 2?
Oh, not Huington. That's why you were saying
You're
all that.
doing it? Oh.
Okay, Huington, go ahead.
4.
Alive. Aldoran.
That's Aldoran.
He just rolled for
Oh,
Aldoran.
you did Huington.
Who has a 1?
Who the hell's Huington?
You killed Aldoran.
Hold on a second. I
I'll
thought
show you
this was
Huington. Ready?
Aldoran.
In one word. I'm going to tell you who Huington is. Ready?
Oh well.
Ah.
Yeah.
You remember him?
Yes, I do now.
Good. So
Well, he's gone.
He's
Oh,
got-
come on.
He's a master
Oh,
investigator.
he's
I rolled
gone.
the one.
But that's not Aldoran. This
Oh.
was Aldoran.
No, I rolled for Aldoran.
Who'd I roll for?
Who
Then that's not
Huington.
So Huington is
I
alive.
don't know these people.
He's on first. He's on first.
But Aldoran.
And the other guy's on second.
I just
And-
but I know. I said who did I roll for? I knew who. I said who.
Huington's on first.
Who did I roll
That's
for?
Huington.
No, it's not.
Exactly.
Aldoran was the guy that you were with first. That Holgar
You
was
rolled
with
for
first.
Huington. He rolled for Aldoran.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Who did I roll for? Who
Huington.
did I roll
Yes.
for? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First base.
Who did
Of
I roll
course.
for?
That's
I
how
rolled
we
for
got
who?
there.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
All right, man.
Okay. Ribbits
well.
is dead. Thank you, Brooke. Aldoran is dead.
Yeah,
thank you,
Scrum.
Brooke.
Also, I want to remind everyone that when I first met Flinster, I said, "Can I roll a friendship check for Hogar and Flinster?" And I rolled, and I failed.
Yeah.
and you said, you could use a reroll, and everyone laughed, and I said, I'm going to use a reroll, and everyone, no, and I rolled a 20.
That's a
And
20.
Yeah,
that's how
but then
Hogarth and
you-
Flinster became best friends.
But then you put a spell on him.
What?
What
Remember,
happened?
you had
know.
to put the spell on him to calm him down. You guys were like, he was starting to trust you, but then you put a spell on him
No, I don't
to
remember
make.
that.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes. Yeah.
Oh.
One of the fans said Iron Kingdom was their favorite, and Iron Kingdom has really cool parts. I love the whole storyline with you and in the Beastborn realm. I felt like it was this interesting deviation for your
Loved it.
journey, and very important for your journey for you to return. And the other cool part I loved. This is a little bit of pride for me, but also enjoying that it worked out so perfectly. Is when you went back to get Dan. And you went back in time, and you want to go back, and you went forward, I think, and then you got stuck because time was actually racing. And you guys were you did it for the plot line, and you moved it up.
Worked out well.
He's like, "Did you mean to do that?" And I go, "That's the end of the episode." So that was a lot of fun.
Are you talking about the time where,
You guys were mad. You were mad at him, and then he just went to the future to when you would be mad at him.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I wish I could do this with my wife.
And I asked you, too, I was like, how long ago was that for you? And you're like, a minute.
A minute. You completely had to go from angry to oh, hey. It's great. It was the ultimate cheat mode.
Yeah.
So that was great. So Aldoran is dead. Ribbits is dead. Huington is alive. Rantor is alive. Now we come down to the one we really don't want to lose. This would hurt your heart, I think, if you lost him,
Yeah,
right?
it would.
Lucky.
Flinster.
Oh,
Lucky. Did you leave Lucky in that realm?
No.
Oh, man, he's probably rocking it with them. He's rocking.
He is now.
He probably would be there. Did I take him with me when I went to the Queen?
No.
That's a
Probably
no.
couldn't, right? Yeah.
No.
Probably
He's-
not.
She's a cat person.
Lucky's was just a wolf, right?
Yeah, I
He's
feel
a
like
wolf,
Lucky
spirit
was
wolf.
like
Do you remember his
Rantor.
origin?
Lucky was
His
like
origin
a-
story?
He-
He came. Remember the Grinch episode?
Yes.
He came
Yes,
out.
right,
He came
yes.
out of the magic of the mind bender,
Right.
and because you guys are star seekers and your innate ability, you didn't know why you're able to somehow manifest this. It was like a random manifestation of your power, and it just worked because you cared enough to make him alive. The power of Christmas magic.
Right. Right.
That's right. So
So who am I rolling for?
Oh, don't-
Everyone you love.
Oh my god.
I'll roll for Flinster.
You want to roll two of them? at the
Do
same
it for
time?
both. Yeah, do it for both, man.
I'll roll 2d6.
No.
No, just one
No,
dice.
yeah, you
one
would.
dice.
Man.
Oh, no.
One
no.
dice.
Oh, man.
no.
That's what we're
man.
going to do. Put everyone I love on the line.
Everybody
one
on the
roll.
one roll. One roll.
I lose him.
Double
or I
it. Give it to
keep
the next
him.
person.
Oh my god.
I'll roll 2.
You want two?
Yeah.
Two dice?
No. One and then
Disadvantage.
one.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this is Flinster.
Yes.
Here we go.
3.
Oh,
Should've-
Flinster
Dude, I
was
thought that-
Should have
nearby.
did both. You should have did both.
I get, yeah.
I thought I said 2.
Okay.
And this is Lucky.
Lucky.
See how
Oh,
lucky
man.
it's gonna
This
be.
will hurt as the same,
Yeah.
as much.
4.
Oh, okay, good.
I was nervous
Man.
for you.
Me too.
Yeah.
Brooke,
that
Brooke,
was-
is, Brooke is breathing
That was
again
intense.
I was sad.
It's a tough roll.
now. How we care about these characters that don't really exist.
I love Roberts.
So
man. I'm really
Flinster survived the bombing.
Flinster's very crafty.
Barely.
I rolled for
Big
Jack's
hole.
family.
Oh my
they survived.
god. Who'd you say?
I said I rolled for Jack's family. They're still alive.
Oh, Jack is his character. Jack was also a bunny. I have a twisted roll that I guess I should do. I am going to put the odds down to a 1 though because I feel like they probably wouldn't be
I
there.
love twisted rolls.
John's family.
No,
Yes.
No, they're
No,
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 you
no,
know where their
no,
farm
you can't
is.
do that.
I do know where their
You
farm
can't
is.
do
not
that.
anywhere
But there's a
It's not
chance.
there. No, there's
They're
not. a chance.
visiting. I guess there's a chance they were
I'll
visiting.
tell
You
you
are
what.
sick
I'll tell you-
They're on
bastard.
the
That's
others.
just wrong. That's just wrong. No.
I love this character. I never want to do this to him, but I need to be fair. Tell you
There's
what.
nothing fair about that.
Once. Oh, sorry.
F you,
it's
John.
trauma.
You think you're mad now?
Wait, so this is for
Can you
his
imagine?
family or
Can you imagine
For his
how?
family.
Are you
John's
nuts?
family.
Why
Wow.
would you do that?
I'm
They're
gonna-
not. They're not there in the lion's realm.
I have
They
a
are-
different
Yes,
kind
they
of
are.
control altogether, Brooke.
But
Yes,
What
they
do
are.
they do?
with John
You have-
Lee.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hello.
They're
John.
in the realm, but they're not in that city. But they could have been visiting.
Could have been visiting.
Huh?
Actually,
Well,
the kids are much older now. They actually have their own kids. They're
People visit.
His grandkids. Roll for his grandkids.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe
His
they-
kids roll
maybe
for his
they-
grandkids.
Maybe they moved to
Let's
the
do
city.
that.
John Lynn is like
What
your
a
Jack
sick
Slater,
animal.
isn't he?
Jesus.
Like you better hope that John Lynn never becomes aware
real
that he's
person.
a fictional
Oh,
character.
man.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
so
You
bad.
are
seriously.
in trouble if that ever happens.
Seriously.
Yeah. It'd be
it.
like
No,
in.
dude.
What do you have to
Yeah.
roll?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Roll,
Same as
Tony.
everybody
Now
else.
roll for his grandkids.
A 7.
What about what if they were 2 different rolls? Like a roll to see if he's there, and then a roll to see, then a roll to see if there's
Well, I
survivor.
mean, if they were there, then
Yeah,
Well,
I think
okay.
it was a total
We
I
wipeout.
have to.
Yeah. No,
His
no.
family came back. They were. This is a deep story
Right,
that no one
yeah.
cares about. I care about it.
I-
His family.
Clearly, you
his
wanna kill
family
them
was
off.
manifested back as a gift from the ancients.
Right.
So
Correct.
are they aging? Maybe they aren't aging. And are the kids allowed to grow up to their prime age, and that's it, and they just
Do you want to
exist?
murder children? Or you
No,
wanna
I'm
murder
trying not
adults?
to murder
Wouldn't
anybody.
Wouldn't they age normally? No, you don't think so? They would. No.
No,
It might
I
age to their
predicted-
prime and have, or just normal.
Wouldn't they just
live
become,
live a normal life?
Just normal.
yeah. I
Probably,
mean,
yeah.
is that really a gift?
No.
Well,
This old topic again? Okay.
This old chestnut.
Are you, right,
No.
by majority vote, including fans, are they immortal in a sense because they're manifested, or are they just given a life again?
Give him life.
I like
Tie
life,
them
that's right.
Given
into
life.
John Lynn. As long as John Lynn's alive, they're alive. If he died,
but
they
is
would
John
die.
Lynn
does he become mortal too? Then
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that would be like
No,
the
that would
No.
be torture.
Yeah.
No,
They
no, he stays immortal.
But
then
wouldn't,
his family
wouldn't he
stays
just be
immortal,
tortured
too.
again as soon as they die anyway? It's like
Yeah,
now he's leaving here
exactly.
anyway. It's like
I think he's been through so much that he's just happy to get the life with them at this point.
No.
But he also sees that you want him to be mortal.
No, I want them to be immortal then.
you don't want him to lose them again.
Yeah, no.
It's like messed
I
up.
would
He's
him
not
to
going to lose it
fight
because,
together.
as we know in
No.
this realm, he's
He's-
going to go to the planet and he into Andaria and he will just see them then. That's how he looks at it. He doesn't see it as we had a whole quest about this. Were you paying attention?
Right.
He'll just,
I was,
He'll literally
but
just see them and it'll be the same thing and they can live like that in eternity.
There's a difference between like your family being taken from you before you can live a life with them,
Right.
Right.
and then like you knowing, okay, I have this responsibility to be immortal to protect the planet,
Yeah, and he can
my
go
family
back.
live
That's
their
right,
life
that's
with
right.
me, and
Actually,
He can visit
what
them
you
down
could
by
do,
the
Tony, if you
river
wanted,
and
is
whatnot.
have it that they were never physically there. They were just like a spirit form, and they can come and go as if it's like a crystal born. And how Sparky had it, he could manifest. You could see what he looked like. That's the same type of thing that they are now. They can
Yeah.
manifest, they can talk, and then they can go.
I'm going to
back.
make them mortal.
Mm.
Not to be against what you're saying. I'm going to make them
Okay.
mortal.
If
That
they're
was the vote
immortal,
by everybody, majority rule.
if they're
if-
immortal, they're really old.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're
getting
grandpas.
old.
Grandpas and grandmas. Here we
So Are
go.
we doing the whole lineage then?
No, we'll do
All right.
one roll. Wow, who knows this roll will be so
One
Just
roll.
for-
controversial.
Everybody
just
knows
for
the
I'm
rules.
going to end the episode before I make the roll.
Just for children?
You'll find out next week about characters
Wait,
that
and
you
Morgan
don't know.
Freeman? Is Morgan Freeman? We're going to roll for Morgan Freeman.
You want him to be there? Okay.
He's
He's on the chopping block. Is that what you want?
oh my,
No, I'm
No,
just
you,
wondering
you,
if
you
he's
can he
there.
be there?
I'm wondering if he's there.
Yes.
No, he's not.
Ask me about someone
He's
else.
fishing somewhere.
Oh,
Goodbye.
no.
Go roll.
It's on the
fishing.
coast.
Here we go. And now you'll hear what it's going to be. It's going to be 2 1s. I'll have to roll 2 1s for this madness to happen. Dan's okay with it now.
I'm
Here we go.
Roll off total. Roll off
Oh,
total.
no! Gotcha. I didn't even look. 4-2. Oh,
But isn't
man.
it two? Isn't it two once someone's dead?
No, he said
He
he
had
had
to
to
roll
roll
two
once.
ones.
He's
Changed
Oh,
it- he
two
changed
runs,
it.
double run, double. So why
Yeah.
couldn't it have been that way for Ribbits?
because it was already decided.
Because Ribbits, because we know where they live specifically. Ribbits could be
Right,
anywhere.
true,
He's
true.
gallivanting. He's a ladies' man. He's out there, hanging
He
out
is a
all
ladies'
the
man.
yeah.
Big
Hello,
tadpoles all
my
over the
baby.
place.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my
Oh, my
honey.
He's
Make
spent
my heart go wild.
he's in the cities a tad too long.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
I liked it.
Thank you. Some no. Yeah.
Say it.
So
say it.
Too late now. You gotta go.
No.
You gotta say it.
He was
You know, I
messing
only
with that
know
girl
25
named
letters in the
Lily
You
alphabet,
did
right?
say it.
I don't know
and
why.
her pad.
You said that one last week.
I did. That's why I stopped.
All right.
You should have stopped.
Okay. So, any final questions?
Yes.
Oh, so like we said before,
See.
he was
See?
he was a. You said you noted it that the Archmage might be aware that we changed the tides of the battle, but now is the person who runs that realm aware that we switched it to them?
He's not around.
He's not
He's not
around.
around.
All right, so there you go.
And the ancients, again, like they don't
Just a thought.
really react to this kind of things. They see it as like this is gonna happen. This is it.
Question. Where's the Queen and Hogar?
I can't answer that. I'd love to.
Oh, but it's a
dying to
direct
answer that.
question. It's a direct question. You said we
It's-
can ask any question
I
about
know.
the
I also
world.
said that I may not be able to ask
Right.
answer any questions.
You could ask anything, but
Will I
you
ask
might
me my
not-
bank account number too, and I have to answer?
Yeah, he's not going to answer that.
You said you could ask you any question. What's your password?
I have interrogation.
1, 2,
I
3,
opened an
4.
investigation.
Who was your first grade teacher? What is the street that you grew up on? Answer me.
Who's your childhood best friend?
What is your mother's maiden name?
How many stoplights are in this picture?
Tell me.
I can't tell.
What was the flight speed of a sparrow?
African European.
I don't know.
Okay.
Brooke is like, what?
No, because I'm thinking of another question that I have that I don't know if I could ask.
Ask
Yeah,
any
it's-
question.
Yes. So I would like to answer that, but I cannot. So we don't know where the queen is. We don't know where Hogar
What's
is.
your other question?
My other question was, did they have a baby?
Great question.
Can't answer.
Can't
Can't
answer
answer
that.
it.
My other question is, who is in charge of Arlight at this time?
Who's in charge of our light at this time? Oh, so the steward
Yes.
is Lord Bertram.
Bertram.
It's
Well,
it's Rob's son.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He died. too.
Rob's son,
Okay.
not Caddick's son.
Caddick's son. Caddick's son. The same.
it's Rob's son.
I when I hang out with Rob, I just feel like Caddick's or Archie Fit are both in front of me. It's the same thing. They're both him in different ways. Rob has two modes. It's Archie mode or
It's so
just swing the
true.
dials to swing.
He's either Arky or
Hey, don't forget
Hey.
Reggie.
I played Axis and Allies again, as we do. We play probably like twice or 3 times a year. Me and Rob. Rob often loses California to me, to the Japanese. But when he's doing his battle stuff, he's 100% Caddick, and because he talks out the whole thing. You know, it's like I could be, tell me your secrets. You know, and he's basically that. He's like, I could attack you here, and I could do this, but it's like it's straight up, you know, Caddick doing the military tactic in front of you, and then when he's excited, it's Archie Fit. So those are his modes.
Tony,
Another question:
Does that mean that Rob is now Lord Bertram as well?
Is he now Lord Bertram?
So does he now get to play his son, Caddick's son?
Rob.
Oh, if he came then
if
as
Rob,
a guest.
yeah, if
be
perhaps if he
cool.
came, yeah, you could play as a
oh
guest
my
for sure.
God.
And does he have the same mannerisms?
I would love to see Rob and Phil playing together was
I would-
very
Oh, I
funny.
love playing
I
with
would love
Rob.
that.
Yeah, Rob. When I was thinking about the podcast, my first thoughts I was immediately like, who are we gonna get? I was like, Rob. Rob's crazy. And when Rob came on the show, Vinny was like, I don't know. It's like Rob is just, he's very quiet, man. He goes, I know he just more, but me, just I don't know if he's gonna ever like open up. And I was like, you just wait. You just wait. I go, Rob's warming up. And I go, I was like, he's in there and he's carving up diamonds. And he's carving at it. And every once in a while, he would deliver it. And he would come in and it would come out of nowhere. And then when he started doing Roll and Rumble, him and Damien both came out of their shells.
Oh my
and he had a
God.
diamond factory.
Yeah, he was
best.
he was on fire.
Here you go.
That was the best.
Who are you? Murder.
Savior.
Next. Who are you? My wife? No. Murder. Father-in-law? Murder.
Savior,
Murder.
Savior, yeah.
Ice Cream Jones.
Ice Cream Jones.
Ice cream Joe.
So good.
I love when he sings the song. Ice Cream
my.
Jones? My ice cream cones? My ice cream cones? I would just make him sing the song. I said, you need to sing it once a week. That's for me. I need to have a dose.
Seriously.
That's your intro. You sing that song.
100%. I would listen to it all the time. If I had that.
You just have to record
I
it.
want to make my voicemail.
Yeah.
Ice Cream Jones.
Please just record
I
it.
might do that actually next time. Oh no, you don't.
No, you should just make an ice cream truck that's Ice Cream Jones, and that's the song that plays through the truck through the.
Yes.
I'll open up ice cream business and make it
Yes.
Ice Cream Jones
Just one
and ask
truck.
Rob if he wants
Just
to work
Ice
in the
Cream
truck.
Jones' truck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
I like it. I like that for Rob.
I love that for Rob.
Rob, I've opened up a business that you inspired. and completely. Would you like to work in the truck?
Ice cream Joe.
Really? What do you think of partners?
I also need somebody to sweep up after everybody. Gonna work on the truck.
You would be great to work. What's it called? It's You totally It's the character you created. Your face is on the truck.
And you drive the truck.
It's convenient.
Would you work it? Would you mind?
I need you to drive.
I need you for the set.
Could you? Could you pick up these boxes and clean up the place?
That's funny.
You have to wrestle random people online. They get free
He'd be
ice
like,
cream.
he'd be like, this was my dream. This is my dream, Tony.
Don't take it away from me.
Don't take it away from me. I'll do it.
Oh my
Funny.
god.
Okay, any questions about this quest? Anything you want to know? It's your last chance. This is your
Yeah.
chance to ask free questions.
You
Go
said
ahead,
that
ask,
there
ask.
were more ancients than what are on Andaria. There are ancients from other worlds. Have
Yes.
we discovered who those are?
Have you discovered? I guess you're asking me, like, have you discovered, like, not realize it? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, who they are. Just who they are.
You don't know. But I will tell you that you know some ancients, and you do know some ancients have left.
What,
And
have left?
Left Andaria.
Yeah.
You know,
So you could think back to, like, the situations where these ancients, the ones that left, did leave. So who left?
The lion, collector, and the queen.
Right.
And we
Where
know
they
two
go?
are dead. We know the elven lord's dead, and we know the dwarven king's dead.
And how did they leave?
how did who leave?
The queen left with you in that one instance. But ultimately, how did they leave?
They ascended.
They were sent.
And
They
our
ascended. And so before they were an ancient, a deity on a planet, they ascended to possibly something
So
else.
then, don't they become a planet? Isn't that the ultimate of an ancient? Isn't that the ultimate goal?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
What's higher than a planet?
Star.
A
Solar
star.
system.
And it's even higher than that.
Galaxy.
Black hole.
Yes, one day you will be a hole. You're already an a-hole. Congratulations.
You also know that that Altari was made a star seeker by by an ancient that was not one of the ones we know. He said that earlier.
Yep,
Yes.
he's in a whole different solar system, though.
Haven.
Okay, here's
Haven's
one for you.
the town from the...
No.
What happened to the
Scarecrow? Was the
soul
Scarecrow?
of
He
the
said that
Atari.
was-
Oh,
That
whoa.
was-
He said that was who made Altari. That's who he said meet him.
Really?
Haven.
The same name.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. Mayor Tilly! There's only 2 havens in the entire galaxy. How embarrassing. And they both know each other. you say.
Arathea is where Altari's from.
Yeah,
Barathia, yeah.
Arathia.
Okay.
Which is
they're
not-
the- okay, go ahead.
In
What's the name of that planet in Star Troopers?
Oh, I don't remember.
It's very close, actually. Arathia.
Oh.
It's something else. It's something different.
I don't remember.
Sparathia.
It's Barathia.
Barathia, isn't it? Oh no.
No.
Question.
Erathathu, something like that. It's something a name like that.
Aratu. The oceans in Daria.
Mm-hmm.
Are there civilizations
Yes.
down there? Okay.
There are aquatic dwarves.
Okay.
Klendathu?
Glendathu.
Klendathu.
Yeah. Would you like to
And-
know more?
Do they have
Yes.
fins? Do they have,
Do
like-
they?
They could breathe underwater. And do they have fins? I think they could change
They can
form.
swim fast, yeah.
Yeah, they swim very fast
Where do they stand as far as
in the water.
war? Are they help?
All right, folks.
They got their own problems.
Who are we talking about?
The
The
aquatic
aquatic
dwarves.
dwarves that we just found out
There's an
about
aquatic.
existing?
There's an aquatic dwarven civilization that has no bearing on your life, but they exist.
On Andaria?
Yeah. Just so you.
Okay.
Well,
They
I was gonna say
exist,
more
but
things. There's
we
more
have-
to Endari, by the way.
Right.
Yes, I'm
That
trying
we
to find
haven't
out.
discovered yet.
Yes,
We're trying to find
100%.
out.
There's more.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So
There's
places
more.
We haven't
Like,
even been
unmapped?
half the map.
Yes,
yes,
unmapped.
we weren't even in the sanctum.
This area is considered like the main area of the world. Everyone just knows it, and that's it. They don't really go outside of it. They don't know it. And this is the first time you guys ever went to the Stellar, and no one's been sailing out that far to find anything else. The only thing that was that came into the quest that's off the map so far is the Southern Isles, that are like off the map,
Ah.
off the left side of the map.
So what percentage of Andaria is the map?
I won't reveal that.
Like
What?
50%.
Five.
You want to know?
Come
He's
on.
basically asking me. He wants to know like how much more
Come
landmass is. I'm
on.
not going to answer that.
What?
No.
We know there's a lot because of the maps you found in Silver City.
Because of the what we found?
The
The
maps.
maps.
The maps.
You found
Remember,
maps in
Silver-
Silver City, and they said
Silver-
there was a lot more land further out. That you guys, we never went and looked for it. The only
Yeah.
person
Well,
who could
we were-
possibly tell you would be Liv Mora. She went round the planet.
Huh.
Yeah, because you remember,
Nora.
Silver City trades that direction
Oh.
and with the Archmage.
What?
Mm-hmm.
The Mars in space.
Wait, but what
Mars in
about?
space.
But yeah, the episode we had Liv Mora went right round the whole planet. So Liv Mora would probably
I mean,
the only one
went
of
around the planet.
any of
It
us
was
who would
very
actually
fast.
know that answer.
It's flat, so it's all good.
We did.
It's flat. There's a turtle on the bottom.
Are there any more griffins?
Are there any more griffins? Yeah.
Where
They're not wiped out.
Where do they
In that area.
what area?
The mountains.
In the mountains.
The mountains of
They're
Arlight.
they're on our light.
Yeah. There are other
If
places
you
too,
look
but
at
that's-
if you look at the map of the dark, there's a place that's marked with a unicorn too. So
In the dark?
Don't
Yes.
mess with the unicorn. Yeah, don't mess with the unicorn. They're not fluffy
on the left
people.
side, top left.
Oh. Oh my.
Oh my!
Oh,
Can we
seen
just see
map
that for a second?
That was like a
Blow
lot
it
of
up.
seconds. I'll put up again. Here you go.
It's right there,
Yeah, act like you don't have access to this map.
just above the dragons.
She sees it.
Yeah. I'm
She wants
just
to know
looking
more.
around.
Well, you
Just
should
looking again.
go to the dark. You'll find
It's
all
only on
about
the
it.
website.
Alone.
It's on the
What
website.
have
I know, but-
the half giants been doing since the last time we've seen them in Quest? The
Ever
giant
since that war, the half giants, as we've seen them, with Holgar's journey, like they were like competitive and like wanted to show like their combat prowess. And when the war came, they spread their wings, so to speak, and went out and tried to conquer. And they kind of thought that was in their nature. And they unite the clans. And they unite everybody and went out there. And then they conquered places, but didn't really know how to hold them. It kind of just wasn't. It was kind of falling apart. And they kind of settled in the region. So you have half giants mainly in the center part of the world, the known world. And since then, they haven't mobilized or done anything else. They've kind of just existed among society, and they're the same people, but they're not trying to do anything on that kind of scale.
Build their numbers back up.
Where's
Yeah, I
the-
don't even think they're thinking that, but they definitely see the exploits. What they did was like probably they're proud of it, but like ultimately, they're celebrating battles, not wars.
Is there where is there another walking tower?
The walking tower actually is no longer walking.
Where is it settled?
I will not say.
Is it running?
It's not just a regular tower.
The skipping tower.
Is there an underwater walking tower?
No, that's interesting. But no,
They're just floating in the air now.
maybe
Is there a temple underwater?
there is a temple underwater. Yeah.
Is it? Do the dwarves protect it? Do they have anything to do with it, or is it? Does it? have
Not
nothing to
directly.
do?
Not directly, like you're asking. No. In a way, yes.
What do they mine underwater?
Their own business.
Nice!
Like you should be doing right now. What do they mine?
That's
Well done.
questions.
Water stuff.
I just had.
Mud.
It was
love
right
that.
there.
Or
Or what?
Or what?
Basically, what you're trying to ask me if they mine anything that's unique, and I can't think of anything that'd be unique that we would be mining. They
So what
probably
do they do under there?
they're doing the same thing that they would do above, just below the water.
what are you doing above water?
Yeah,
Don't dwarves mine?
they can still be mining, but they're not
What are they mining?
the same things they would normally.
Rocks and stuff.
Coral,
But, but things are different down there.
They can still make
underwater.
they can still
Not
make
really.
metals in different
Not
ways.
when you go far enough down.
They make material.
Sometimes.
How do they swing the hammer in the
There's
water?
different
That's very
fish. There's
hard.
different aquatic life. Are there like swimming dragons? Are there oceanic dragons?
There are large
Sea
creatures.
dragon? Absolutely.
Is that a plesiosaurus?
Yes.
I think
I
you're
haven't
getting too
made that.
specific. I think you're getting
What?
too specific. I'm not your Endarian
It's a
dictionary.
Leopleurodon.
Ask me questions that have a little bit more relevance to the quest. You have a couple minutes left. There's a
That-
rock
that could be
I once
relevant.
saw. What's
That could be
underneath
re-
it?
That could be relevant.
What was the question?
Nothing. I'm saying that could be relevant if there were dragons underwater.
Yeah, it could be. But after a sea of literal irrelevance,
Yes.
you need to come back to the world of relevancy.
Well,
Have we
I got some-
talked
done.
to? Have we talked? I'm blanking on his name now. The prince that was on the show.
Gastrin?
Gastrin, or
Gatrin, sorry.
Gatrin.
Gatrin or Leandra in the years since, and are they on Adaria or where are they?
They are basically they live in the Citadel, and they've been helping out on the station to like be what do you call them, advisors about like what the Karenites are doing. They don't want to. He hates his father. They hate who's in charge. They don't hate Karen, and their hope is kind of like to stop this war. And they know they have to help Indaria, but they also don't want to see the destruction of Karen. So they're kind of stuck, and they're kind of. I mean, what would you find out maybe in the news that people are like talking about it? They might be. They might be discussing like things like that, and then which means that your characters might know about Gatrin and things like that. If that's what you're wondering.
What's been the progress with Starpath? With Starpaths?
Sparky's up in the station helping. He's actually jumping from crystal to crystal and doing things up there. He stays. That's still his form. Are there people training to become like technomancers? Is basically what you'd be asking, maybe?
Yeah, have there been more breakthroughs with Starpaths and traveling them and
The breakthrough is that people are probably more open to this, and that it's like starting to like be a possibility for casters and such. People are aware of it. Like this exists, and now people are starting to like move towards that idea. So now you may see technomancers instead of nobody, just Sparky and then Zeraxel.
from the Citadel? Are we able to access these other worlds, other ancients, other solar systems?
The Citadel has a lot of pretty cool things that you can do that have not been explored yet.
Yes.
I won't say exactly what they are.
Okay.
Anything else? That is it, guys. That is your session 0. I'm excited to see your characters when they're done. I'm sure Richard is going to be helping you out. Hopefully, I'm going to leave you. We have 1 minute left. Just going to leave you with this. There's a couple of changes on your stuff. It's nothing big. There's DR added to the game. So if you guys see it, you'll see a passive DR, which means that if you have a physical DR of 2, you get hit for 5 damage. You take 3 damage. It's pretty simple. You'll notice though that some species have negative DR because they're vulnerable. Like Lark, I think on -4 if I remember to elemental. So if I have like an aura of fire around me and I also have a fire sword, and you hit the aura,
It's
you
right
take
there.
whatever it is plus 4, and the fire sword would hit you plus 4. So you're vulnerable. That's basically how it works. So you'll notice that all the species have different kind of DRs you can take. There's also a really cool proficiency for each species. So as you know, the critical effects. If you take like swords 1, you put it into strength, and you roll an R6, you can trigger that 1 as extra damage. If you had sword 3, it would be 3 damage, right? If you take that 1 thing you get and put it wherever it belongs, because they all lock to a certain stat. Like his is the easiest to say. They're all 1d6, so it's huge. So which means that in his strength, he'll have 1d6 melee damage. So if he triggers his R6, and let's say he has like 4 unarmed and he's fighting unarmed and he has the 1d6 melee, he'll trigger, say 2 6s. He'll trigger 2d6 plus that 4 plus 4, you know? Wow. So you'd be doing 2d6 plus 8 damage on 2 R6s. So instead of the 1s, you have literally a d6 in there of damage, which every time you roll an R6, you're getting a lot of damage. You could be adding like 15, 20 damage, something crazy on top of it, if you stack it up. So as a giant, to make a menace, stack your stuff in there and go crazy. Get up to like a 5, a 6, a 7. Imagine you get to a 10, hit 3 R6s. You're going to do 30 plus 3d6 damage as a critical. So utilize your character and proficiencies. Last thing is we upgraded the sheets. I think that you're going to get them upgraded. And on the sheets now, you're going to see your triggers are going to be next to your natural skills. So you might see like sleight of hand, and you might see R5 right next to it. So you instantly know your trigger is R5. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to look through the list and see why you have something, whatever. And if you have something below, like piloting, which I know you want piloting, you would see piloting there. And then you'd also see maybe R4 for piloting, because maybe your sleight of hand's an R5, but your piloting is an R4. So everything's going to be written there on the sheet. And if you don't see an R something, you know that something else is giving you a benefit that you just don't see. It's obvious. So it's just little things that kind of, customize the game a little bit and also just get you to your thoughts faster when you're playing the game to make it easier. Okay? Those are basically the adjustments. That's it. Guys, this was session 0. Excited for your characters. Excited to play next week. And
quickly,
yes.
just one quick thing is the red skills, they get to pick those there, and the other changes to vitality. How vitality now adds to your hit points, but it also is how far negative you can go.
Oh, there's 3, last thing, there's 3 skills on each of the species that's red, and it gives you the advantage to really customize your character. It's actually pretty awesome. And what it does is you see your starting movement rate, which is 1, 2, 3, whatever it's going to be. You're starting your DRs, your natural defense, right? And I think I forgot one.
Vitality.
Damage.
Oh, your vitality. Your species HP. So what you can do is every time you take one of these things, you can raise one of those up. And you can stack them all in your movement rate. Get your movement rate up to something crazy. Be very fast. Or get your species HP up. So if you start with a species HP, you'll see it's like 25. It's not just starting with 25 hit points. It's a base of 25 hit points you start with. Great. What it also is, it represents the negative. So when you go unconscious, you can go to negative 25 before you die. So if you're 15, you go to negative 15. It's a much smaller margin of being unconscious. If you're a lark and have like a 50, you can go to negative 50, and you can increase that. That's one of the things that you can increase. You can add 1 movement rate. You can add 1 DR in something, anything you want, even a negative. You can make the negative less if you want. That's whatever you want to do. You can also take your species HP from, say, 25 and go to 35 in 1 increment. Or maybe do it again to 45. And you're increasing your negative to be able to bleed out for a while. So that's it. When you check them out, look, see what you want to do. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. That was session 0. We will see you next time, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 1 of season 2 of Celestial Engine. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.